driving me crazy. Never felt like this before. I try to be nonchalant, even though it's obvious. I can never help wanting more. Oh. Slip into the dark and then we end up in each other's arms. There's no looking back, I gotta find a way to where you are.
Make me your shadow. Wanna be with you wherever you go. You know I'll follow you. Only feel right when I got you close. Without you, I'm hollow. Wherever you are is where I call home. Make me your shadow. Your shadow. Shadow, make me a shadow. Wanna be with you wherever you go. You know I will follow you. We can never tell us apart. I'll follow you into the dark. The dark. No, we can never tell us apart. I'll follow you into the dark. The dark. Play me like it's truth or dare. The way you're pulling me closer makes me wanna bear it all for you. Ooh, why don't you show me how much you care? Be the devil on my shoulder, 'cause I don't think we got a lot to lose. Ooh, make me your shadow. Wanna be with you wherever you go. You know I'll follow you. Only feel right when I got you close. Without you, I'm hollow. Wherever you are is where I call home. Make me your shadow. Your shadow.
Blasky's there for the clear, and we bang, bang, collects it off the ceiling, looking for a pass mid. Lumi is up, this is off the backboard. Lumi for the dunk!
Spalty's gonna put it away, and the Brainerd victory will win it right there.
Burnsville are your rising star champions.
But the wrong man has the ball. Bad man has the ball. It's still up somehow.
Give it up for your premier champions, the Minneapolis Miracles.
So we'll keep on starting to fight.
Game 6, off the backboard, Blasky's there for the clear, and we bang, bang, collects it off the ceiling, looking for a pass mid. Lumi is up, this is off the backboard. Lumi for the dunk!
We are the future.
Spalty's gonna put it away, and the Brainerd victory will win it right there.
Burnsville are your rising star champions.
But the wrong man has the ball. Bad man has the ball. It's still up somehow.
Give it up for your premier champions, the Minneapolis Miracles.
All right, welcome everybody to MCS Season 13. We have our first matches we get to play here, Zoms. And man, I'm so excited. We are going to be getting into this pretty soon with you with the Rachel versus Buffalo. But first, Zoms, Season 12, awesome stuff.
Oh yeah, I mean, just a crazy season all around. Some insane stories that we saw, even on, as you're seeing, played over back here with the Season 12 recap. Just one of the most insane Rising Star finals that we ever got to see.
So exciting.
Crowning some new champions. And, you know, we're going to be seeing a lot of familiar faces this season. I believe we got all 6 of these champions to sign back up. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong about that, but you know, I mean, across the board, it was just a wonderful season, wonderful land, and, you know, we get to do it all again this season. Clash, I mean, we have a lot to look forward to. Today we've got a lot of Rising Star to go over, but, of course, LAN had so many storylines across the 3 leagues, and, you know, we're going to be starting some more stories this season.
Yeah, starting some more stories, and the competition level this season has just gone up so much. So many more signups that everyone just got pushed up. The challenge in all of the leagues right now is going to be higher. People falling into Rising Star that were in Challenger last season, and the base level of Rising Star is even higher. So the competition is just going to be so much stronger. We're going to see better gameplay in every league. I'm just so excited for it because this is the best I've seen MCS ever as far as talent level.
Yeah, it is skyrocketed this season. We have insane talent across the board, and as you see on your screens, we got the Burnsville Inferno, the Rising Star champions, Brainerd Victory. Speaking of Brainerd Victory, you know, all across the board now this season. I mean, we got Juxo, who was a Challenger champion. To be fair, he had availability issues with Challenger, but he's in Rising Star, believe it or not. And we have our Prem champions here from Season 12, Eli, Mogi, and Sean, Miracles, seeing where they can all go this season, and here we are now, you know, charging front this season to see where those stories take them. And like you said before, Des Moines Derecho and Omaha Buffalo, it's going to be a good one.
Yeah, I'm excited for this one. Great series to kick off MCS season 13. On the side of, excuse me, let me pull up those rosters before I just start naming the wrong names.
Yeah, no, and for the rest of today, we also have the rest of the schedule for today here as well, Clash, which is up after this match of Des Moines derecho and Omaha. We got Moorheads in Minneapolis, and then we got Des Moines coming back on stream going up against Duluth. That's an all-time favorite matchup for me. And then Green Bay and Brainerd. So, we can dive a little bit more into this match now. You're about to go into those rosters a little bit more, and maybe we can get a prediction out there.
Yeah, Omaha Buffalo, we got Mal, Doty, and Seppi the first, and they'll be taking on Des Moines derecho, which is Blasky, Winter, and Farr. All players that we've seen before, if I'm not mistaken. And Doty has played before, right? I'm not crazy on that one, right?
I'm fairly sure. He's a familiar face. Been around the block a few times, but really important thing to note, Blasky back on Des Moines derecho, being coached by Brewer Dog. We just saw him. Just made finals last season in a thriller Game 7. So seeing him back on Des Moines derecho is no surprise here. And now joined alongside, in my opinion, a really disgusting team. Winter is crazy good. Absolutely. As far as just, I believe the GM of the roster as well. So super solid roster on that side. Omaha Buffalo, Mal returning as well. That's a challenger champion in his own right. Dottie is a player I was looking at just in case I fell down to Rising Star. I knew all about him, and Seppi the first to round out that roster, who's being a third who's been 16 under before is just ridiculous. So that just shows the skill level. And if you want to dive into a prediction here, who are you feeling is going to take this one?
I just want to recap again. Seppi is a third on a roster. That's crazy to me. I've just always thought of him as at least Rising Star second round, but the talent level is just so high. Oh man, it's so hard to predict on this one because every roster is going to be so good this season, and I just have to switch my mind on the skill level that needs to be there to win in Rising Star. And man, I'm leaning towards derecho here. I think I really like Blasky Farr as a combo, and then Winter being on there, I think is just such a solid team. It's just so hard to predict against a team that looks so good as Omaha Buffalo. But again, I have to switch my mind. I have to realize the skill level has just gone up so much in Rising Star. I'm going to be going with derecho here, but it's going the distance, going 5.
Honestly, it's really tough for me as well. I think derecho is going to have that chem. They're going to have the coach. They're going to be already. I assume they're probably one of the teams that have played together the most. But I got to back my boys on Omaha here. Split the desk a little bit. But honestly, I think I was going this way or either way. I just think their roster is so ridiculous, and I really rate Dottie a lot. I'm hoping to see good things from him here. And Seppi as a third, once again, like we said before, is just ridiculous. So I think I'm going to be excited to see their stuff. So jumping into this match, I think they're getting started. Let's go, go, go.
Oh man, kicking off season 13 right here with this one. Oh man, I'm excited. This is going to be some good stuff here, and I don't know what else to say, but I'm just so hyped for this season. I think it's going to be so good.
Yeah, I think this is going to be just stupidly competitive, and seeing this first match kick off for Rising Star, it's going to set the pace for a lot of teams, I think. A lot of teams are going to get to kind of get the know-it-all for what's to come for this season, and how you kick off your season is really important. As it's a little far out for Major 1, but you already got to start thinking about it as it's the first big step for a lot of these teams. So you gotta take this first step here and hopefully get into stride before that Major 1 rolls around. So we're going to be seeing hopefully these teams rock out full guns ablaze, and Winter's trying to make his way up the field. Does get guarded out. Now Blasky's turn to maybe find an infield pass here. Dottie's all over it. It's still in front of the net, a little dangerous, but Seppi the first got the save. Now following after, he's got control with a 100 boost, does outplay one, and it's going to fly into the midfield, but still nothing found yet as far as it goes for goals.
Yeah, there were a few mistakes made there early. Maybe just some nerves coming out from both teams. That one almost finds its way through. There was just kind of a team bump on one side, and a bit of an open net miss on one side, and a double commit, like little things here and there that are creating opportunities, but neither team capitalizing early. Blasky trying to get one through, but doesn't quite get through Mal, who's well known for being a solid midfield player. Doty, big clear, double commit though. Coming out from the Buffalo. I've already seen that a couple times on that side, and I'm looking to see them maybe cut it out a little bit here.
midfield pass comes through. Winter's trying to take a shot, is saved away, but it's not going to be clear for long as Blaski's already got a taste of this. Double commit comes through on the defensive side, but Omaha are temporarily surviving. It's just been stuck in this corner for what feels like this entire game, trying to find an opportunity. Now that fake child puts them in hot water, is able to save it away. Mal now with Seppi on the counterattack, far dives as last, is able to get a touch on that. Mal in the corner keeps his ball close, but Winter just does not care. Flies in, able to get a nice touch towards the backboard. Now even more hot water, and it's just being sent back, but Far is in a completely perfect position. 2v1, Seppi has a great dive. It is just barely off. Mal's trying to find a way to center this ball off the ceiling. Is anyone there for the shot? Dottie has been beat out by Winter, and now a midfield pass opportunity is here. Chips into the midfield, but that mid pass was looking for the bump instead. A slight mistake on, a little bit of the plan for the team right there, but you're gonna have to regain. Still half this game left, but Des Moines have just had all the pressure.
I feel like both teams have really just had all-in play after all-in play, and somehow we're still left at 0-0. Normally when you see that, it either works or you get scored on, and both teams kind of getting away with odd man rushes going against them. Far going to try to keep this thing going on to the Buffalo half, as we've seen most of these games. Good demo coming out on the back line, and Blaski puts the first one away for the derecho.
Yeah, and we knew eventually something was going to happen. I mean, derecho have just had infinite pressure this game. I mean, they have held Buffalo to 0 shots 3 minutes into this game. And finally, derecho's pressure cracks a hole in their defense, and one goal slips through. Now, are Omaha going to fire back here? Seppi trying to find an attack off the kickoff, just shoots it down far. This attack's going to start getting cut out. Dottie was a slight mistouch. Winter gets a free touch towards the back wall here, looking for the double tap. He's got it. Seppi with a great save. Able to keep that ball out temporarily, but the pressure still continues. Seppi needs a good clear here. It's gonna, find its way out. It may be a follow, but that ball just pinches all the way back into your end, and it feels like you got to start from scratch yet again.
Yeah, I feel like the only opportunity that Omaha have had the whole game was in the first 20 seconds. Seppi pretty much had an open net that just went a little wide. And since then, they've been stuck. They have not had much of anything. Good clear from Doty, but Seppi needs to get there quick. He does get there, but only as far as Winter. Bit of a mistouch, though. Mal might be an opportunity here. Far, get an interception. Doty up for that one, not quite on target. This is bouncing middle, but no one wanting to pounce on it. For Omaha, Seppi up first for this. Doesn't make the best touch, but maybe kind of works. Far goes missing. Winter able to take over. This could be an open net. It is going to go through. derecho take their second.
Yeah, just nobody left home. A really, really tough last commit right there, and no one's able to cover their bases and get back to that ball. It's going to be an open net, and you can kind of see the desperation coming from Omaha here in game one, but they got to cool down. You got to remember it's only game one. You're going to have lots of time in this series to figure out what you're doing wrong. Obviously, this game, if you're going to try to win it, you got to turn up the gas to the next level, but more importantly, it's the series. You got to figure out how to get goals for the series, because so far, you don't even have a shot on goal yet, so you got to figure out some sort of way to get out of this just infinite defense, and this might be an opportunity. Midfield pass from Maldonado. It's going to be an open net. Can he finish? He will, and that is one way to get started.
Yeah, great control touch here from Doty. Great pass from Mal, placing it on his car, but without the touch that he got there, a touch forward, a slight light touch to be able to control it, he's not going to be able to score that one. Great round mechanics coming out from Doty there.
Yeah, it was excellent control there, keeping that ball under rain, and maybe another opportunity here with only 30 seconds left. Omaha are making a dart towards the finish. This ball's going to go flying in front of the box. It might just go in. Saved away. Oh, my goodness. That was an unbelievable save, I believe, by Blaski. Maybe joining forces by another teammate on the goal line, but either way, it's held out. Dottie to Seppi. Seppi trying to get another touch on it, but it just goes wide. 10 seconds left on the clock. Dottie going all in for a dunk here. Can't quite get it, but it's into the midfield. It's quite perilous. Seppi has to find a way out of their own half here, and with only 4 seconds left, you basically got to do it on 0. The ball is up. Mal can put this one off their own backboard. Anyone to keep it alive. It's derecho to kill it, taking game one. First game of the season, and derecho has got their hands full.
Buffalo, they were able to get a little bit of pressure towards the end there, and love to see a little bit more of that, but man, other than that, and maybe that first 20 seconds like I mentioned before, it was all derecho that whole time, and they just kept putting pedal to the metal there. Buffalo stuck on their side, maybe getting it out to the midfield occasionally, but then it ended up right back in their half way too frequently. Buffalo have to find some sort of presence on their back line and some sort of break in the midfield because they just could not get past that point.
Yeah, eventually they found their way through, but I think it was like their first shot of the game. So that's not going to cut it.
Yeah.
They are going to need more chances, going to need more opportunities. And it's got to start on defense, I think. They got to find a way out more than just booming clears to the opponents. They got to find each other, because the one time they did result in an instant counterattack. So want to see more of that, maybe just more booming clears in general over the top. But, you got to find that within yourself. And while you're in the series, it's sometimes pretty difficult to spot that yourself. But they're going to have to. Let's jump into game number 2 here.
Yeah, and Blasky, such a good captain to have on a team. I'm not sure if technically Farr is the captain or Blasky is the captain. Either way works because Farr is the GM. But either way, lots of leadership presence on that side of derecho there with Blasky on the roster and Farr being the GM. So you have so much maturity really on this derecho side, and I think that makes a difference. Having that experience in the league altogether, playing Rocket League, everything makes a big difference. And that's really, I feel like how derecho are playing right now is really just mature and consistent. But wow, that was a lot of good pressure coming out from Omaha.
I feel like that was a clear-cut opportunity right there to maybe take a shot on goal, but the first shot is a little slightly out frame, and the second one saved away. Going to be one on that opportunity back, but now you're pushing back on the defense. Mal getting bumped as the last man back, and that's a great outplay pass. Farr's going to clean it up, but it feels like a 2-goal swing right there. It feels like you should have gotten one, but instead you're conceding it. Great play by Winter to pass that one around, and Farr can clean that one up. Nothing the Omaha defender right there could do, and 40 seconds in, it already feels like heartbreak for Omaha. Hey, but I think you doubled your shots from last game already.
I was a little worried when that open net miss happened that they weren't going to get one through, but it was a great follow-up by Winter. Able to get it. But Blasky going to try to keep the pressure going from derecho here. Able to get one mid. Farr, super slow shot going almost on target, but is able to be cleared out. Seppi going to try to get a clear here up to Doty. Doty, big clear out. Farr going to try to take control on the back line. Kind of fakes it out. It works out. Blasky on the counterattack, trying to beat Seppi. Doesn't quite. Farr going to take some control here. Low boost, though. Doesn't quite get the touch he wants, but a little bit of control. Doty maybe back passing it to Mal. Mal, unfortunately, hits it a little too hard, but that's just going to get dunked on top of his head. Mal puts one away for Omaha.
Yeah, Mal does get the credit here. I think Doty had a ridiculous dunk right there. Mal on clip duty. You gotta respect Gabe though. You gotta respect the tap-in right there. But
that's the most important part.
Already, Buffalo are looking way more confident on offense. They're just getting more opportunities. Whether it's just challenges like that, just not being pushed back into your own end consistently, it is already a great sign. Now being pushed back into defense, as I said, that's still going to happen, but this is not as threatening as it seems. Seppi's able to offload that one over to Doty, who's able to clear this one down. Farr in an awkward position, does clear it away, but only to the sidewall. Seppi does go missing, maybe an open shot for Farr. Mal's able to slide home just in time, but that ball is going to result in a center ball. Blasky looking for the top left corner, is saved away, but it results in a double commit. The counterattack is here. Flick goes awry, and it's just not good enough for a counterattack right there. That was a really good chance for a 1v1 right there, but could not quite find the back of the net this time, but still pressure is building, and this is really good for Omaha. This is something that we did not see much of last game, so already beginning it in game 2 here, and honestly, just having consistent pressure, it's a very good sign for the rest of the series for them.
Yeah, that consistent pressure is definitely coming out of team plays together. I feel like we saw so many double commits in the previous game. It was really from both teams, but especially from Omaha, that just killed any momentum that they may have had. Now it seems like solid rotations are coming out, and momentum is actually coming out from Omaha because of it. One person on the ball at a time, taking their turns. Good comms coming out from there. Seppi wanted to jump, but a good comm came out. And he was bailed off of it. Blasky going to try to counterattack here for derecho. But again, Omaha are able to have the pressure because they're... Oh my goodness, that's interrupting. Doty doesn't get one through. The pressure from Omaha is coming out because they're not double committing here, and they have absolutely calmed down their nerves.
Yeah, and I wanted to point out that not only were they not double committing, but I believe Derecho actually triple committed on the goal line back there, and it resulted in just a lot of pressure that it was basically impossible to break out. And Winter last back, went missing, but the opportunity thrown to the wayside, and it's going to be one that you're going to be missing. But still, more opportunities to come. Looking for the breezy flick right there. Can't quite find it this time. Now 50-50 in the corner does result in a good position here for Winter, but with no boost, all he can really muster up is a 50-50. Dottie's already there far with the pre-jump, very ambitious, but Blasky now gets baited in, and that's going to be the last man. Midfield pass comes through, shot is there, it's slow, but last defender cannot do anything but watch that one go to the back of their net. Seppi the first will make it 2-1 and their first lead of the series, I believe.
Maybe Farr could have got there with a perfect pre-flip, but man, that's just such a tough spot coming back there. Good pounce on by Omaha. They're able to capitalize on these opportunities now. They're actually getting some shots on target as compared to what they were before. They're dominating this game by far. It's by far 11-4 right now in shots, and that's just not a recipe for success. Obviously, a complete script flip from last game.
Yeah, and I wouldn't say this is a complete failure on the Derecho part. I do think that they need to clean up their defense a little bit. Maybe having a little bit too much fun. I've seen a couple pre-jumps, seen a couple just all-in plays, but eventually a great pass like this, and man, you're going to get some goals, especially Winter having all that faith that pass is going to come to him, just playing that upfield. I mean, it's sometimes going to get you scored on, but sometimes you're going to catch the defense lacking, and you're going to immediately get a goal. Great play.
No, I love one person being that far upfield waiting for a potential option here, because it's threes. You have that extra person on the back line. You have that person that can absolutely recover for you, and all you have to have is a decent touch from Blasky, and you're potentially off to a good opportunity. Blasky had an amazing touch on that pass, and it led to a goal. And now we're tied up with only 15 seconds left. Derecho are on the offensive end now.
Yeah, on 10 seconds here, this is not where you want to be. Defense, maybe the last chance here. It's going to be for Buffalo. 1 versus 1, but Barr just instant shell. I don't know who that was who was about to flick that ball, but I think they saw their teammate in the wing for just a moment and hesitated. That slight hesitation, it might cost you this game, at least it's going to cost you the overtime. That game, it could have been over, but instead we are in overtime here for game number 2. Can someone close it out early? Winter's trying to find a play off his own backboard. Mal goes dodging. Seppi has now left Dottie in a really spotty situation on the backboard. That pass comes through. Blasky shot goes wide. Winter just full diving, does get dunked. Net is temporarily open, but it's really tough to shoot. Maybe a center ball. Double commit does come through. Mal with the boot steal. It's an infield pass, but no one is there waiting. And now Mal just has to kind of clear it away. Doesn't know if the opponent's at full boost or not. And looking for the sidewall, can't quite find it. But yeah, it is just, I feel like maybe a couple lost opportunities already in this overtime.
Omaha really wish they had boost there. They could have had an opportunity, but not quite. Mal, excuse me, it was Derecho that had the opportunity. Whatever. Seppi going to try to take this one back. Low boost, passing it back to Mal, and it might just start becoming a boost-starved battle here. Both teams really wanting some good boost. Yeah, that's a good demo. It's going to go through. Mal going to be able to beat a player. Doesn't need to beat the last one because he has been taken off the field. And Omaha take game 2. Such a flip from game 1.
Yeah, that was a great play. Just what a turnaround, like you said. 12 shots this game. Just the absolute turn up we needed. Maybe it was the warm-up for them. Who knows? Maybe they didn't get a scrum beforehand, but either way, they started cooking this game. And honestly, I would say this game was still really, I don't want to say like perfect for Buffalo. They were still a little bit messy, but knowing that, man, that's really dangerous, you know, for Derecho, knowing that they could have honestly scored more. So I'm going to be looking for Derecho to see how they adapt, how they change things up. I've been noticing a lot that their third man is not scared at all. They are just willing to full send. They don't want to be on the front end of those Buffalo demos, which they are obviously showing us that they're capable of. So I wonder if that's been a strategy that they've been going ahead, maybe in scrims, or they just want to like be very aggressive third. But if Buffalo catch on, it could be very dangerous.
Yeah, I feel like both teams are absolutely playing really aggressive. Derecho, yeah, like you mentioned, I feel like I'm seeing a little bit more, but both teams, their third man is not hesitating at all, which I would say most of the time is good. But if the other team starts to catch on, that could be capitalized. Demo on the back line as someone's retreating, just multiple men attacking, passing plays, infield passes. There's so many ways to capitalize on overcommits. So both teams need to find some way to break through here. Obviously, both teams have found ways. It's a 1-1 series now, but they have to get together. They have to find 2 more wins. Both these teams do to be able to win the series.
Yeah, I think I got a quick look at the stat sheet at the end there. I believe it said Buffalo had 9 demos that one game. That is just unbelievable pressure. I think you would be proud of them. Sad to not call them your own team. 9 demos? I mean, all right, they better be putting in that work now. All right. But that is just an unbelievable amount of pressure with demos. Maybe that's why their third man has been so aggressive. So maybe not aggressive, but just scared to get put in those 1v2 situations, just full dive it anyways. Pressure building early for Derecho. It's going to get broken down immediately. In fact, a shot from, it almost seems like their 20-yard line, and is a great save and clear, and now banging back the other way. It's going to be an opportunity here for Doty to collect some boost to take a shot, but another double commit on the end of Derecho might put them in hot water.
Yeah, that touch by Winter on the back wall, that's something that you don't see super often. And Rising Star, oh my goodness, Far just uses the opponent to score here. And really quick, Winter, again, on the back wall there, that's something you don't see very much as Rising Star, getting the touch to then be able to follow it up and control it out of the zone. Instead of just a one-touch clear, having that control out of the zone is really difficult. You see that sometimes in Challenger, but not even all the time. That's a high-level touch, but using the opponent to score, that's a different kind of level of touch that Far absolutely capitalized on there.
Al to Dowdy on the sidewall. Both players are trying to find the midfield pass. Seppi waiting in the wings, but collecting a demo. Maybe looking for the midfield pass. They see Mal, but 2 players in the Derecho are eager to challenge. Both do. But that's another double commit for Derecho. It is happening a lot this series so far. Winter taking control in this corner. Has plenty of boost to work with. Gets past 1, but the second man is waiting. Now Mal able to demo that last. Far is just holding off with no boost. Able to get it one touch. Mal in front of the box. Can he put it on? What a save. Winter able to keep that ball out, but now from the corner, it's just non-stop for Buffalo now. It just seems like this pendulum has swung entirely in their favor. We say that, but I mean, or at least I'm saying that, but Derecho are winning. It just seems like lately, at least in this back half so far of game number 3 here, it's been all of them. But the second Derecho get an offense, again, they get another perfectly good scoring opportunity, which they take advantage of. So far, Derecho have been taking their chances much better.
I feel like for both teams, as soon as I see an explosion, there's a goal explosion immediately after. And it's actually crazy. On the goal line, as soon as either team gets a demo, the goals are happening. Both teams just don't have another option beyond the first person that's trying to get a save.
Wow.
That explosion was off screen, but it still happened right before the goal. Derecho are able to get another one here, and Far passing, beautiful pass mid to Blasky.
Derecho right now are linking up perfectly on offense. I still think their defense could use a little bit of work here and there, but who cares when you got 3 goals in 2 minutes? You guys are absolutely putting in crazy work on offense. They're finding each other in mid. They look confident. They're hitting their shots. This is the Derecho that we were wanting to see last game. Couldn't quite find those opportunities, but now it's going to be up to Buffalo to see if they can strike back. Maybe make do on their opportunities. Far not going to give him that chance. Just instant challenge. Seppi with no boost. All he can do is clear. Winter gets a touch off the ceiling. It's going to put both teams honestly in a pretty similar awkward position, but Doughty's going to be the first one. Flip reset, looking for the backboard. Does he have the double? Not quite. Far will take this ball off Winter's head and just clear it down with no boost to his name. Looking for the musty flick. Does find a touch towards midfield. Seppi trying to find a control touch, but cannot find. Blasking for the sidewall. Does go missing, and Al will clear this one away. Look for the downfield pass, but it's just far off his own backboard. And a lot of boomer ball now coming out, and Derecho are completely fine playing this game as they're up 3, looking to make it forward, but they're really in no rush.
Seppi going to try to get this one clear for his team. They have to find some sort of pressure on the other side. Maybe that midfield pass is going to do it. Doty, I'm going to be up for that one. That's going to be another goal. No, because Blasky just gets back in time. I think that was Blasky. I'm not even sure. Someone on the Derecho makes it back in time. I felt like out of nowhere. I thought that was a surefire goal.
Yeah, Far got credit for the save. I mean, that's a ridiculous shot, though, from Doty. Finally finding some fireworks off the backboard here. Great pass up from Mal, and it's just free reign. No one on this backboard. Winter's putting up a hand and just putting up a prayer, but none of that will save you. Doty on the backboard, slots at bottom left. You got a ball game here within 2.
I wish I could do that, Zoms. I wish I could do that. Doty
Wait, what about
put
this
another
one?
one away right off the kickoff. Finds an opening on the back line here.
I mean, that just came out of nowhere. Right up the kickoff, right up the ceiling. Doty, quick read. Blasky gets a hand on it, but not enough. You got to get a little bit more on that. And how, I mean, what went from a 3-goal shutout is now a 1-goal. Wait, fake as well. Don't exactly know what the master plan was there, but a team bump is going to get Seppi free possession here, going up the ceiling. It's a bit out of his range, burning all that boost, but Doty does not veer away from the corner, trying to find a crazy play, but not able to see the opportunity this time. But Seppi off the corner, Doty slotting it bottom right, saved away by Blasky, but this is pressure. This is still a very dangerous position for the derecho. Mal cutting in, looking for the dribble. This is a fantastic play, top right. It's just barely out. Doty with the follow-up. He gets this hat trick, assisted by Mal. All 3 by Mal, all 3 shots by Doty, and this has just been a dynamic duo this game, especially in this game. What a comeback, Clash.
That was a fantastic carry by Mal, putting it just above top right. The defender has to think it's going to go on target there, because if he lets it go early, it would be. So he has to go up for the save there, but doesn't make contact, and that just leaves such a strong opportunity for Doty in the midfield. Great pass coming out from Mal, great execution coming out from Doty, and instantly, just like that, right after all the pressure that Rachel had early, Buffalo now on the offense. This might be another opportunity. Mal isn't going to bounce on that one, and now it has to come from his half.
Yeah, Mal on his backboard has to make 2. Winter has a crazy evil challenge to get that ball off, and honestly puts it into a threatening position to the midfield. Mal barely stretches out to get that touch, but Winter has a huge clear. It is dumb it up by Seppi. Doty looking to take some time here, chased out by the bumps, and the explosions are coming through. That 50 is going to run rampant all the way over to the right side of the net, and now maybe a chance for a counterattack. Winter kind of goes missing. It's a big miss into the midfield. Doty might have a last chance here, looking to make it 4. That's a heavy touch, but with no boost. It's going to be banged right over top of him. He's going to get the boost just in time. Mal looking for it, keeping it up off that corner, but it does find its way to the ground. We've got overtime yet again, 2 games straight, but this one, it really felt like we weren't going to get here. Another fake kickoff, fake pass. Doty, backboard. He's not going to get back to it. It's far. It's a miss. Seppi at the open net shot, and that's GG. No way.
I love this from the Buffalo, just throwing something at him. Okay, this is so early in the season to be throwing in these fake kickoff plays. I'm very impressed by this Buffalo team. Surely they've been scrimming or something, I don't know, but Buffalo just on lock right now. The passing plays coming out, and what a huge comeback. That was a 3-0 lead from derecho that I just stole away.
And Clash, it was a 3-goal lead at the minute 30 mark. That game.
It was not much time.
That is
not
ridiculous. That is such an insane performance. Well done by Doty. Absolute show performance, but Mal especially as well. 4 assists that game. I don't know, dude, that last bump on that last play right there was ridiculous. It was an all-in play, but it paid off. Got yourself a win in overtime, and I don't think they're going to be complaining too much. Not much to talk about after you get a crazy steal of a win like that. The Rangers definitely have a lot to talk about. Another Coach Brewdog is a very analytical player. He's definitely going to take a step back here. This is definitely a game that, honestly, derecho should have won. I mean, you had a 3-goal lead. You have no right losing that, but somehow, some way, Buffalo were just knocking at the derecho door, and it was more than a storm. It was just, I don't know. It was a whole stampede of just these 3 magnificent players. I mean, so many bumps from Seppi, so many passes from Mal, and Doty is just hitting his shots now. This has just been an excellent series so far, but it ain't over yet, Clash.
No, it is not. Derecho has shown that they can get goals. They can get this pressure going. They've looked good in this series, and then Omaha just out of nowhere came back in that last one. But, I mean, Derecho looked like the better team in, I'd say, 80% of that last game. So all they have to do is make sure that stays on the scoreboard, and they can still take this thing. They're only down by 1 in the series. They just need 2 more games, but they have to get it going now. This one's going to be cleared out. Mal, great save coming from him. Far, going to try to take some control here. Has to hit it a little bit hard, Mal. Plays it over one. Is going to be able to follow that. Fakes it out for one. Winter able to get that one clear. Far just trying to get this thing out now. Pressure coming in for Omaha. Doty might be able to follow this himself. Doesn't quite make contact. That would have been a great play.
Yeah, Doty has definitely been just a player to look out for already after this draft. I mean, he was one of those guys I was looking out for, like, really. This guy kind of went under the radar, I feel like, for a lot of people because I don't think he played last season, but it has just been a stellar player. And so far, just such a good value pickup. I mean, seeing him in the second round, he's looking like a first rounder, to be completely honest, out here.
100%.
Just making waves already, which is, I mean, this team could already be a powerhouse team for the rest of the season. I mean, we know Blaski's teams are always super solid, so seeing them on the back foot here is a really good sign for this Buffalo team, but you still got to close it out minute into this game, and so far it's been a little bit of a standstill, but honestly, I think Buffalo have had the better chances. Huge flick for the top right corner, it is a little wide.
I love that kind of play from Mal. Like, just taking so much control, taking so much time. No one's challenging from Derecho, and Mal recognizes that so quickly, takes that space, and just makes Derecho watch Buffalo able to get some boost, able to keep pressure going, and now they have the midfield presence to maybe create an offensive attack here. Good outplay, though, by Winter. Just has to beat Seppi. Seppi, really awkward. That goes off the back wall in such an awkward way, and Far pounces on it.
That is just a fantastic play by Winter. Not only gets the outplay on the first man, gets the outplay on the second man, and even tries bumping that same defender. Fantastic slot by Far as well. Make no mistake, that is a full team player out there to get that first goal. 2 minutes into this game, you can't celebrate a Derecho lead quite yet. You got to see if they can hold on, because this Buffalo offense is quite scary when they get rolling. When the herd starts charging them, and it's going to be another stop left, and it's just perfect. Who is this Dottie guy?
Where on earth did this come from? Winter able to get a clear. Dottie off the sidewall practically, and placing it top left. You can't place it any better than that, Zoms. That was a beautiful shot.
I mean, it is just slotted to perfection. The goalie was ready, even jumped up, but just too much pace, too much of a perfect snipe, and now Blaski jumping up for this one. Seppi trying to get a flip reset goal now, trying to chase down the offense. 50-50 here from Mal, going to result in a ball off the right side. Dottie looking for the midfield pass, does go missing. Maybe an opportunity for Derecho, but a heavy touch. Third man goes diving. Far goes missing as well. Winter's just in a terribly awkward position. Now Seppi forcing down, holding out for a Rule 1. I believe they're holding it.
Looks like it.
Got a ridiculous spot to get a Rule 1 in. Dottie's trying to get mechanical, does go missing on his reset, which will put Derecho honestly in a really favorable position here. That first touch is lacking, and Mal just plays the ball. This is an interesting position we found ourselves in Clash now.
I feel like this Rule 1 definitely favors Omaha here. I feel like just mechanics coming from Doty and just overall prowess from Mal. I mean, I feel like I like that duo a little bit better in this one. But maybe this is all that Derecho needs. I feel like they need some sort of momentum, some sort of change in something. Maybe making it a 2v2 is a good enough change for him. Doty gonna try to hunt for a bump here. Doesn't quite make contact. Mal tries to take some control. Is able to beat one. Is able to beat two, but a little bit of patience coming out from Doty. Taking it up the wall now. Low boost. Maybe getting a 50. Good 50 back to Mal. Mal gonna take some control here. Up in the air. Maybe getting a 50. Blaski beats him out. Far up first for this one. Does he go for a shot? He does. Wow. Good save from Doty.
That's just a ridiculous save on the goal line. Doty's able to make do. That's a really bad mistouch. Far's put into an awkward position, but Doty let that ball get quite a bit distance on him, so he couldn't really control the shot after that got away from him. Beautiful save to just dive on that Mal. Huge challenge, leaving Far in a really awkward position here. Even driving back, breaking up the Rule 1. It's back to 3v3. Maybe even being centered. Blaski, maybe honestly perfect timing for Derecho, as I feel like that was about to get into a really difficult spot. What a just chaotic game.
I love it. This is MCS. Oh my goodness. That doesn't go through. I would have been honestly a little disappointed if that one made it in. Far trying to take control in his corner here, able to get a 50. Mal trying to beat one, is going to be able to beat, not quite beat one. Far out of his corner. Seppi just easily intercepts this one. Up for this one. Blaski, good save. Far taking a 50. Out mid. Winter going to be able to get a clear here. Maybe not quite the hit he wanted. Just goes a little bit errant. Doty Able to get this one up to Mal, maybe? This one does go mid, but a little bit too much sauce on that one.
Looking for a control touch here. Seppi has the 50-50 to the right wall here. Dottie looking for the Cuxer pinch, but that ball goes wide. Now Mal's kind of in an awkward spot looking for the Psycho, but also gets a nice control touch. That beat is crucial as you don't want to play defense right there. Far, huge clear to the side. Dottie with no boost, just opts for a heavy clear. Blasky just playing a little bit of ping pong here, back and forth, one touch after one touch until the ball sizzles out and the time hits 0. We got overtime, a third consecutive overtime. That just shows how ridiculously close the series really has been. Dottie gonna have to make an immediate save and an interception here, but with low boost, he sees Mal midfield, but just can't make it happen. No boost, looking for at least the boost steal. He's got it, but it's gonna be tough to make a play here, but Seppi can take over. Dottie, there for the finish, can't find it.
I love that play from Omaha. Just a couple little fakes, a couple control touches, and finding that opportunity to pounce. Doesn't quite go through, but that kind of play is going to give you opportunities. Dottie going to try to beat one. Blasky is able to beat him just barely. Mal up to Dottie. Dottie, can he beat Winter? No, Winter up first. Blasky going to try to get this one back down to Winter. Winter hitting it mid. Blasky trying to get back mid again. Not quite going to be able to. Winter on 0 boost. Hits it mid. Unfortunately, no one. Buffalo going to take control. Maybe a counterattack now. Dottie far. Gets a good clear. Mal doesn't quite make contact. Blasky trying to get a fast one on target. Good defense from Seppi. Seppi gonna try to keep this one going. No, Mal. No, Seppi. No, Dottie takes it. I had no idea who was gonna hit that one. I'm not sure if they did either.
Either way, it seems to be kind of working out for Buffalo here. Now getting one opportunity. Dottie just absolutely faked up by Blasky. I think that was an opportunity right there to just absolutely slam that one home, and it might have just been completely open. Now Mal starting the counterattack, looking for the flip reset here. Yeah, he gets it, maybe even 2, but unfortunately, oh wait, it actually does work. Last man back. Winter, beautiful cut. That was much needed. Blasky was in a really awkward spot. Midfield pass comes through. Far is awkward. Even gets demoed out. Now Seppi behind this ball looking for a 50-50, but it won't find its way mid. In fact, Winter's got himself the ball. Huge clear comes down, but with no boost, the follow-up's going to be tough here. Blasky taking control, taking the reins. Now Far into the sidewall here, even hits the corner, and this is just super awkward for Dottie. Does extremely well. Mal passes it up for Dottie, but with no boost, the shot's going to be lacking, just a little soft, and if Dottie had a full tank of boost right there, honestly, it would have called GG's. Midfield pass from Far to Winter to the bottom right corner, saved! Oh my goodness, that could have been game.
One thing that I feel like could absolutely break this deadlock is going to be a demo. We haven't seen any in a while, I feel like, but we saw them so much early in the series. We know both teams are capable. Seppi gonna get the great 50 mid. Dottie not quite on target. Blasky, oh my goodness, what a dive from Mal. This could be an opportunity. Dottie fakes one out. Realized his hit might have been just worse for his team than missing in general. Blasky has to get back here. Mal gonna get a good clear. Seppi, low boost, goes for a bang, but Mal not quite on the same page. That kind of hits it a little bit away from him. That's gonna go through. Oh my goodness, out of nowhere, out of the midfield, Winter. It takes a shot, and we have a game 5.
That was so risky, but it paid off beautifully. Dottie must have had his eyes all over Blasky. You saw him missing, and Winter just sneaks in through the corner of his eye, doesn't quite see him, and he just gets the shot right over the top of Dottie, and fair enough. Great shot to Rachel, forcing us into this game 5. We wouldn't have wanted any other way for the first game this season, and man, we were due. You know, after this off season, I'm happy that we are back here, having just an excellent first game of the season. And man, I mean, what a way to start us off here. So many ways that this could go, but Aracho taking this overtime. I believe that's the first overtime they've won. I think every other overtime has gone the Buffalo's way, so a huge step in the right direction for Derecho. We got game 5.
Both teams showed why they're being so competitive in this one. They were both just holding on the offense when they had it. They had great midfield touches. Both teams playing a solid Rocket League here, and that's what I love to see. I feel like the goals weren't off of major mistakes. It was off of good play, which is what I like to see. Oftentimes in Rising Star, the goals happen because another team is making a ton of mistakes. And I didn't feel like that was the case in this one. Both teams creating their own opportunities, finding midfield pressure, finding their teammates in those midfield lanes to create opportunities. One thing that, again, I feel like I will always glaze demos. one thing that both teams had earlier that they don't seem to right now is those demos plays, and those created so many opportunities earlier. I'm curious which team brings it back here.
Yeah, and marching into Game 5, or it's bound to get maybe a little bit shaky, a little bit more nervous.
Yeah.
You know, it's the first game of the season. You really want to perform, especially on stream. You want to get that win. So we're going to be seeing the best of their Rocket League now. Everyone's fully warmed up. I don't think anyone has any more excuses anymore. So, like you said, you were talking about how it's mostly from just their own playmaking abilities. I think that has a lot to do with just how good the signups were this season, how good the competition is this season, and just how every single player really can't stand on their own 2 feet. There are no weak links. Not to say that there have been like weak teams or weak links in the past, but this season is just so strong, so capable. And already starting off with a fantastic touch from Winter, redirecting that one to the midfield where Blasky can clean it up. It's Derecho to strike first blood here.
And great read from Blasky too, recognizing that touch is going to go across, recognizing the open lane and pouncing on it. Derecho early lead. It's exactly what they need, and that's exactly what I need for my prediction.
That is correct. I forgot our predictions are on the line here, but honestly, either way it goes, now I'm happy. It's been Game 5. And that's all I could ever really ask for these series. Looking for a 50-50. That's going to result into the midfield. Seppi is beat out. It's going to result in a very tough defensive position for Buffalo as no one has any boost. Great save by Dottie, and now Mal, who was collecting boosts, is able to make a play. What a touch! I believe that was by Dottie. I'm not entirely sure. Midfield pass comes through as well, but to no avail. Blasky's able to get that cut. Fakes, looking for the shot. Oh my goodness. Just bullying the last man back, and that's going to make it 2 for Derecho. I felt like Blasky had a while to shoot right there, but he wanted to just completely confirm it. Winter just punching off. I believe that was Mal, and there's just nothing he can do right there. 2-0 for Derecho.
I mean, that's exactly how you punish a hard commit by a team. Buffalo goes all in on a good opportunity. They really did have a good chance to score there, but okay. But the demo was able to cause a goal there. Blasky, great air dribble, beating one. Doty just doesn't quite get the touch he wanted. Mal tries to recover it. Winter puts it away, and we have a 3-goal lead that, as we know, is not safe for Derecho.
Yeah, they got it very early as well, and Derecho definitely just going to be holding on this time. I honestly, I don't want to call anything too early, but I would just have a hard time seeing Derecho lose this lead twice now. They could start getting their own heads, but it's still lots of time to play with here. Mal is trying to make one of those plays off the sidewall here, finding a pass, but actually gets a really solid 50-50. Maybe an opportunity to strike blood, but Far excellently not only dodges the bump right there, but gets the clearance as well. Sidewall here, Reed for Doty, gets a pinch here. Maybe another follow-up. Midfield pass comes through, but Blasky opted to take his time, take that 50-50. That is out of Winter's reach. Can Seppi get there for the shot? Blasky diving across his box, able to get the clear, and a huge opportunity maybe gone by the wayside. Seppi does get a demo on the back line, but it doesn't matter when you're being pushed back into defense. Blasky does well to stall out a lot of time for his team, and now Doty, that's the musty flick that he's been looking for all series long, but it's saved away. Free shot from Mal. Will he slot it? He does, but when you got three defenders in net and all of them are jumping at it, one's going to make the save. Still some chances here, though, Clash.
And, I mean, Buffalo are putting on opportunities that might have been able to find its way through if it's just a little well-placed, super long-range shot, so it would have been difficult from there, but this is just the little things, little opportunities that are going by the wayside for Buffalo. Seppi, going to try to pop this one mid, but easily dunked out by Winter. Doty, one hit forward. Mal taking it over, not going to quite get a shot on target. Technically he gets credited for one, but that never had a chance. Seppi, another long-range shot. That one, I think, would have been off post, but either way, well cleared out by Derecho here. That one's going to go through. Doty able to put one away, and just a slight misread on the backboard here. That's all it took.
Yeah, Doty, fantastic play. He's really putting the team on his back at some of these times and some of these fantastic reads on the backboard. And we are in a very similar position to, I believe, Game 3 now. Where with similar amounts of time and their first goal trickled in, and maybe soon after that game, I believe it was kickoff goal to get things back, but won't be the same way this time. At least I'll have to find a play, but that 3-goal lead comes creeping right back. 4-1, Derecho this time they're composed. Blasky couldn't quite get around that one, but Farr sees that completely fine. And that is just a lot of time for the net to be open for. I didn't exactly see what happened to the third man or whoever was rotating back, but it just took a little bit too long, and now Buffalo are back in this just dire situation. I still have faith in them, but you got to start cooking right now.
Farr going to try to keep it in the offensive zone. If it stays in the Buffalo half, they can't score. So, I mean, obviously, Farr going to try to keep it going. But that fight his way through. Oh, that was just an awkward situation from Derecho. They cannot let this kind of goal go through.
That was an excellent touch by Dottie. I mean, even though, yes, you probably can't let that happen. Maybe Winter crept up a bit too much on front post, but that is just an excellent corner read to get that one past. Like that. And the fact that they even had that opportunity is wonderful. So maybe Derecho's still a little bit in their heads. Mal now doesn't get that reset, but he's going to fake it all the way down. Does get a 50-50. Dottie looking to just get the beat here into the corner. It's super dangerous here. But Derecho just are staying strong here. Mal, huge beat, just staying close to this ball. Doughty able to get at least a shot on target, or not quite. It was just trickling towards the net. More of a midfield pass. Seppi saves it off his own backboard, but it's hard to start the counterattack here. Doughty into the midfield, looking to maybe get a dunk, or Seppi. Either or would have been nice, but with only 50 seconds left on this clock, less than 40 now, you got to find a play any second now, so you can just get onto the next kickoff, so you get onto the next play. 2 goals to bridge these two teams, but that might be it. Blasky breakaway attempt across the entire field is not in, but panic ensues on the goal line, and Winter will capitalize, making it 3 yet again. We're going to need a miracle here for Buffalo to stand any chance.
Yeah, I mean, such a tough one to read. Doughty just doesn't quite get the read off the bar there. He has to both read it and get a beautiful touch to be able to beat the attacking player. We have to see something off the kickoff here. We might be able to. Blasky has to get a good touch. He does.
Wow.
Winter, again, has to follow it. Is going to be able to. And, man, unless something insane happens right now, Buffalo are not going to be able to get this one. Derecho, hold on. And Buffalo put on a really good fight here, but with 10 seconds left, this one is done and dusted, Zoms.
I think this is a good learning experience for them. I think this is a really good match, because I do honestly believe that this Derecho team will be one of the top ones all season long. So, honestly, this is still a very good sign for them. I honestly think they were winning. They honestly, I think, had the higher peaks this series. I think their team looked at their best better, honestly. I think this team honestly has a lot of potential. And I think it's a good sign for the rest of the season. Derecho walking out of here with a huge Game 5 win. I mean, that... Honest, I don't want to say this is more the expected result, but this team just has so much chemistry already going into this. They're all friends. This team has such good vibes. We already know that. But I think this is just a really good sign for both these teams going forward into the season. And honestly, I'm expected to see both these teams towards the top of the leaderboards in maybe a couple weeks here, because both these teams looked ridiculous at the start. To be fair, I don't quite know the entire depth of Rising Star yet. I could be way off my bases here, but both these teams look super solid, and I think this is at least a good takeaway for both these teams.
Yeah, I agree. I think both of these rosters are so solid, and they absolutely can be at the top. But again, the competition level is so high. I think there's some really good rosters that are going to be surprising that they might not be at the top of the standings, because every single week they're running into a juggernaut of a team, because every team just seems to be a juggernaut of a team right now. So it's going to be interesting to see how both of these teams fare. Again, like you mentioned, I think Buffalo peaks were so high, but Derecho was so consistent, and that took away the series win.
Yeah, I mean, closing out this series, I'm just happy that I got to watch this first one here, the first game of Season 13 here, Des Moines and Omaha. Appreciate you, boys. I believe we're going to have Des Moines back in the desk here in maybe about an hour, but speaking of the matches later in the day, we got a couple more lined up for you. We can take one quick look at the schedule as we close out that series. For the rest of the day, we have a lot to look forward to, the Moorheads, they get to make their first debut here in MCS, so we're going to get to welcome them going up against Minneapolis. That's the team that I am associated with, so I might be slightly biased for that one. Then Des Moines gets to hop back on the stage after that one, going up against Duluth, and then Green Bay and Brainerd. We are, appreciate everyone for joining us here for this first game, but we are going to be heading into a quick break here for when we hop into our next series, and we'll be right back with you with the Moorheads versus the Miracles. All right.
You won't get far. I know you're confused. People tell you can be anything you wanna be. Wanna go to outer space, superhero in the streets. Damn, what a lie. What a time to be alive. How will I survive? Left the battlefield, 1974.
Busy streets and lost time. Gotta rent a car, gotta stay a while. If I don't move ahead, then I get stuck behind. I'm at a friend's place, gonna stick around. The puzzle pieces fit for now. The things you said replay loud. There are people outside living their lives. Thousands of stories move through time. There's only one face on my mind. All I want is you. All I want is you. There are people outside living their lives. Thousands of stories move through time. There's only one face on my mind. A century long ago, I traded in my halo. Whoever it is that you think I am, I'm still figuring it out. I'm jealous of the people outside, just living their lives. Millions of secrets get lost in the light. Tell me how to reach you, show me a sign. All I want is you. All I want is you. All I want is you. I'm surrounded by memories of you and I won't rest until you know the truth. All I want is you. I'm surrounded by memories of you and I. Tell me how to reach you, show me a sign. I'm surrounded by memories of you and I. Tell me how to reach you, throw me a line.
What's up, everyone? We're back with MCS. We got season 13, and we just got past the horizon. Game 1 just finished up over there, and now we're on to game number 2 here. Alongside my boy Perchance here. I believe you're doing pretty well this season with your drafting. You know, that's all we've really done so far, but we get to see how these teams, take shape, take motion, and really take their first steps this season. This time we get to see the stellar matchup of the Moorheads versus Miracles. This is gonna be a good one. Some familiar faces here, some new ones, and I honestly am just super excited for this first match, as I am on the Miracles myself, and I'm gonna be a little bit biased, so I'm not gonna allude to what my prediction might be quite yet, but
I already know. Yeah,
we can get into that.
I would imagine most people know what your prediction is. We don't have to jump into that right now. Looking at the schedule, though, as we did just see Omaha versus the Derecho, that 3-2 Des Moines game. Now we've got Moorhead versus Minneapolis. Moorhead, the new franchise, led by none other than Mr. Dewey himself, consisting of Gunbro, Tylands, and Creed, up against the Minneapolis Miracles, who is Carl's Nuts, Kicking Drop, and Napier. Very, very, I mean, just looking at these teams, pretty nasty draft across, honestly, both teams. Very offensive players. I'm thinking it's going to be a pretty damn aggressive game, if I'm going to be honest. But with that said, I got to side with Stewie on this one, go Moorhead. And I'm going to say it's going to be in 4. I don't think it'll quite go to 5 like the last one did.
I'm a man of content, and I'm a man of loyalty. I'm taking my boys on the Miracles, and it's going to 5. It's content, it's loyalty, and it's gonna be a hell of a series, like you said. This is going the distance, and your boy Carl's Nuts he's gonna show you something today that you've never seen before. We're gonna see a Carl flipper set. I'm predicting it now.
I really hope that through all of this, it's just a 3-0 sweep and more.
Yeah, I'll just kick it if that happens.
The gas up into the absolute demolition of a match.
I do think there's about to be a lot of demos, like you just said.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at Napier. Dude is an absolute freak. I think he crashed because he's not in the lobby anymore. Here he is back. He's pretty nasty. That he was on that team that kind of formed at the end of last season. I think it was St. Cloud. After draft window 2, they just kind of had like a freakish team that I think they made a pretty good run, but we'll see how they perform, or how he performs this season. But yeah, I'm excited to get back in the casting booth. I have missed this severely over the break, so happy to start kicking it with you. We got kick and drop, early pressure off the wall. The pass 2, this is midfield. Carl's Nuts will not be there for the touch. Gunbro bringing it upfield here. Will be redirected into the corner by Napier. Kicking drop off the backboard, looking for a pass midfield. Gets another touch, so a reset. Tylands with the ego challenge, though. Already lots of pressure developing early in this game 1.
Yeah, Creed going for the sidewall here, but sees Tylands going to offload some pressure to him. A little bit of a double jump here for the side of the Miracles. Not going to quite burn them, as Napier gets a nice touch, and Carl can follow up. Now off the sidewall, it's into the middle of the box here. Sniping that bottom left corner. Creed's shot does get saved away, but it does result in a lot of boost being drained away from the tanks of the Miracles. Already a huge defensive stand here. Maybe needing a little bit of a warm-up, maybe needing a little bit of that shell to break, but eventually you're going to have to find your way out, because this defense can't last forever. Another just ridiculous save from Kick and Drop already to start off this series, and we are always used to seeing Carl be one of the notorious stat padders, one of the notorious goalkeepers. So I'm not entirely surprised to see them on a little bit of defense here, but a little bit of offense here would make my heart a little bit at ease here. 50-50 here. It's going to result in it flying up the sidewall here. Napier tapping this one down to the midfield. Creed's going to have a free ball and just ripping this one far, but man, already a hot start for, I'm going to say a hot start for Moorheads. Minneapolis have one opportunity had on this game so far from Carl, but you're going to have lots of more, hopefully.
Yeah, I will say Minneapolis looked really rough briefly there on the defensive end. They were able to get it cleared out, but if Moorhead can continue to starve their boost, they're not going to have much offensive pressure here on the end of Minneapolis. Having said that, though, Carl's now dropping one midfield, looking for Napier. Cannot push, though, with the save. Pick and drop, putting this little collect into the corner to Napier. Can't get the touch, just kind of pinches across the net from Gunbro. Creed now trying to get some kind of possession into the midfield. Carl's nuts there for the clear. Gunbro off of the backboard. Gets a fantastic first touch to get the follow-up flip reset. I was not expecting that out of Gunbro, and hopefully we see him start to kind of peak here in this series.
Yeah, expecting a lot from him, the first rounder on this team. Expecting big things from him. That pinch goes just barely scraping by the bottom right corner. They're almost a goal for Minneapolis to start things off, and with how much pressure that they've been receiving, it would be honestly a shock to see them score first. They have settled down quite a bit, and Carl has the ball in the corner here. Slight mistouch is going to get Creed a free chance, but that shot does go to the wayside. Kicking drop, clearing this one out just temporarily even. Can even follow it up with a top corner shot. Double! He's got it! Kicking drop, rips that one to the bottom of the net to start off the scoring in this series. What a goal!
Yeah, I mean, this is pretty textbook kicking drop, honestly. This is how most of the series or the games went for Bloomington last season. Sleeve Dog kicking drop, and I think Newt. I forget who the other one was, maybe Not Bean. But that's kind of kicking drops bread and butter, to be honest. Just these little easy tap-ins and, you know, backboard plays. So Minneapolis striking first. I definitely was not expecting that. But nice to see some signs of offensive life on their end. Kicking drop, 50 with Gunbro off the sidewall over to Carl's Nuts, who does have a little bit of time. Opts to slam it upfield here, make an offensive play. Tywin's collecting. Not a lot of boost. Napier over to kicking drop, looking for a shot. It will be just wide. Kicking drop, trying to get a pass mid. Cannot get the touch. Gunbro starved. Will be beaten out by Carl's Nuts. Creed off the backboard, doesn't get the touch. Tylan's having to make a diving save across. Now pushing upfield, Carl's Nuts. Over to Napier, trying to get a shot. Creed there, that could have been extremely dangerous. But unfortunately will not connect. Pass over to midfield. Tylan's the double bump. The net is open. Pick and drop, can't get the read off the backboard. Creed can't get the shot on target. And Moorhead need to lock in here on offense if they want to have a chance of bringing this game back.
Yeah, an opportunity right there is it's just going to have to be thrown away and start back from scratch here. Building from the bottom. Still got a minute left here to make something happen. Carl, huge fake. Creed actually does well to read that all the way. Gunbro's going to get an opportunity to go high. Goes up for the flip. Gets it, but Carl just bangs this one out to Napier. Napier to Carl. Carl looking for the back of the net, but it's just wide. He has the boost steal, and Tylan's is flying after this one, but with low boost, all he can really manage is a slight touch outward. Backline's just getting bumped up for Moorhead, and you really got to find an opportunity here quickly. Maybe off the sidewall here. It is shot on target, but Kicking Drop's going to have the freest time of his life to clear this one away. To Carl, to the backboard. Shot! Oh my goodness! It just slotted underneath in the 50 will result in the 2-goal lead. Kicking Drop is a menace.
Yeah, shout out Carl's Nuts. Actually a straight dime off a pre-flip. Creed, unfortunately, can't get the touch for the clear as Kicking Drop kind of just stuffs him. So 2-0 Minneapolis. Kicking Drop kind of carrying the offense here for this team. I'm not going to lie to you. I expected this to be a much higher scoring game.
Whoa.
It's
unfortunately too late for any pause to be made as 2 goals in more than a minute has gone by, but this game, unfortunately, this game was kind of, I don't want to say it was already over. You still obviously had a chance, but
it was. I mean, yeah.
So I don't feel like they lost much from that disconnect. It does still kind of suck, but Minneapolis not going to take away from the victory at all. Close this one out, 2-goal game, and honestly, that changed absolutely nothing. I'm just going to be honest. Kicking Drop, his offense looked pretty disgusting right there. Off the back of the support from Carl and Napier, Kicking Drop is looking very volatile on offense right now. I mean, he looks free to take any type of shots he'd like, whether it was the nice double tap with the open backboard or just, taking a controlled 50-50 to the back of the net. I mean, 2 very different ways of scoring. Both of them worked out perfectly, so we'll see if they can continue that in game number 2 here.
I do think the main, separation between these two teams right now, especially on offense, is passing. Minneapolis has done a very good job of hitting each other with passes, keeping the ball moving around. Moorhead has had a lot of pressure. Like, they were in Minneapolis's half for the first probably 2 minutes straight of that game, but they couldn't get anything to drop. because they would just allow Minneapolis to basically turtle in net and just keep clearing it out. And without any good passes, you can't get offense going. But speaking of good passes, kicking drop down to Napier. Gets it past 2. No one pushes the air here for Moorhead, allowing Napier to get a good 50 and kind of a pseudo pinch into the bottom right corner. 104.52.
Yeah, Thailand's able to just barely get a hand on it, but it was just barely enough of a hand on it to honestly make it a little bit hurtful. A little bit unfortunate, of course, but kick and drop. Once again, all the credit honestly goes to that passing play and shot. Kicking drop is just honestly looking so deadly on offense. Carl here trying to start some sort of fire here. Can't quite find it there. Kick and drop, huge clear out. Gunbro catches the ball, looking to make a flick here onto net. And man, it seemed like all the defenders were maybe there to make a save, but Gunbro cracking through all three, able to get the first goal for Moorhead of the season here. And I think Napier, honestly, I feel like Napier maybe could have made that save, but Carl maybe called him off. It's kind of
I'm as confused as you are, but if you are Moorhead, you'll take it. I mean, that's the first goal this series. Good pressure there from Gunbro to put it on target. Kind of a interesting defensive play for Minneapolis, but yeah, 1-1 here. Just over 4 minutes left. Creed moving it upfield. Carl's nuts there. Doesn't get the greatest touch. Leaves kick and drop super uncomfortable.
Oh, no!
And Creed, I thought he missed it just like you did for a second. But he is able to slot it. That is such an unlucky touch from Carl's nuts. I know he wants that back, but now they got to find a one to equalize it here.
I thought that was so wide. I cannot lie.
The camera was not doing it justice.
I was heartbroken, but yeah, very sloppy play defensively for Minneapolis. You're going to want to get that one back, but before you can think about getting it back, you got to keep these goals out. That one was, I mean, we had a deceptive camera from the first one. Kicking drop definitely had a deceptive camera. Thought that was in, but taps it in himself. A little bit unfortunate, but you got to get on the better side of that. Being in that position in the first place was a mistake. You're going to want to get those back, and now that Moorhead are on full throttle here, they found themselves 3 in less than a minute.
Yeah, it does kind of suck, if you are Minneapolis here, that these 2 goals are
wow.
Wow. Okay, that's an open net from kicking drop. Good eyes on that shot, but on this defense, like the 2 recent goals that were scored were kind of hand-mes, and that sucks. In the mental of Minneapolis, right? Of we have this pretty good, playmaking skill, but we just give them open nets on defense. So hopefully they tighten that up. Fantastic shot from kicking drop. Once again, just kind of being that main offensive push here for his team. Creed Blackton gets it past 1. Can he get it past kicking drop? 50's off the sidewall. Kicking drop is quick, but Tylands is there for the shot. Carl's nuts. Popping it off of his own backboard. Kicking drop is there. Will not get the touch, but almost a fake onto the offensive push of Moorhead here. Gunbro looking anything but comfortable in the corner. It's a 50 over the net. Napier gonna get a dime to his teammate. Kicking drop. Kicking drop gets 1. Can he get 2? Looking for 2 midfield. Will not come. Napier off the corner, looking for a pass midfield. It seems like Minneapolis has all the offensive pressure in the world right now. Creed trying to clear it out. Kick and drop, just patiently awaiting midfield. Gets 1. Looking for 2. Tylands up. Gets it past him. Napier. Creed Napier in Creed's favor into the corner. This still has not left Moorhead's half. We have Tylands now putting a shot on target. That is on, but kicking drop will be there for the trivial save. And we had just gotten all kinds of pressure sweeps between these 2 teams. In the last minute, Tylands gets the, I say open net, but there were 2 of them there.
I believe all 3. Maybe, yeah, all 3 are right there on the same part. Carl, a little bit of a sloppy rotation right there. I believe if he just drives back post, he's going to have that easily, but gets a little bit antsy to dive in that corner, and it does result in a 2-goal deficit now. And the one thing I did not want to see from them, they had a lot of really good pressure out there, but no real shots on target. But I honestly didn't think that was a big problem. They had a lot of really consistent pressure. Eventually, a chance would come through, but they got a little bit hasty, and now you're going to pay the price for it. You still have so much time to play with here in this game, number 2. You have 2 minutes. 2 goals is nothing.
Yeah, that is true. Sorry to cut you off. Napier off the sidewall. Tylands challenging earlier. Kick and drop. Banging it off the sidewall as well. These two teams just playing boomer ball right now. This is midfield. Tylands can't get the touch, though. Could have been yet another goal opportunity here for Moorhead. Carlson's with a fantastic flip over 2. But Gunbro is there in the corner for it. Tylands doesn't get the clear that he wants. Kick and drop, popping it high. Will anyone go up for this? Creed does get a fantastic read, actually, off the jump. Into the corner, Napier looking for a pass to kick and drop, popping it up. Carl's nuts for the shot off the backboard, kick and drop backflips, and Tylands gets the clear out. Can he get one on target? Napier there for the 50, but Gunbro gets 1, gets 2, looking for a 3rd, will not come. Tylands popping it off of the backboard here. Napier looking a little awkward, but has a little bit of time to get some plays moving upfield. Carl's nuts. Over to kick and drop. Not the greatest passing idea, as it is almost on target from Gunbro, but Tylands will be there. Kick and drop with another save, and it's gonna... Oh my god! No! Moorhead cannot get another one to drop. Fantastic display of defense here from Minneapolis.
Oh no!
I say that as they all go, and Creed gets the 5th goal here for Moorhead. 12 shots. What is happening here in game 2?
Oh, what a roller coaster. Minneapolis had one of the greatest defensive stands of this generation, and it all gets thrown out the window by just a one missed touch in the corner. It is just Rocket League, you know, at the end of the day. We absolutely love this game, and that is part of the reason why just ridiculous stuff like that happens. Kick and drop is not done kicking and fighting, making it still, once again, a 2-goal game with 45 seconds on the clock. It's still plenty of time to mount a comeback. Can they find one quickly here? You're going to need one. And, I mean, with how goals have been flying in this game, I would not be entirely surprised. It's going to be an opportunity here for Carl. He does find himself a 50-50 kick and drop. It's going to be there. Huge beat. Now a follow as well. Gets a huge beat. Can he beat the last man? Gunbro just holds on. A shot here, but kicking drop missed times. Napier's going to try beating Tylands, but Tylands burning every little bit of boost he has left and able to get that save. Now 25 seconds left. All Moorhead need to do is hold on for dear life. In fact, that ball will find its way in front of this orange box, but honestly, they don't even need anything to do with it. They want one more out of pride, but yeah, really just got to sit here with only 10 seconds left. It does not seem very hopeful. A save does come through, and I thought that maybe a chance for an own goal right there, but the time will tick down, and we got ourselves a tied-up series here.
Yeah, you know, to be fair, I did ask for more goals. Oh my god, what a save from Tylands. I totally thought Carl's nuts was just slotting that. I asked for more goals, and, you know, these two teams provided, so 1-1 here. What a strange game from both sides, I'll be completely honest. No idea what to expect in the next one, but a fantastic game nonetheless.
Yeah, this one devolved into a shootout, and just... whose defense would crack more? I mean, look at Moorhead. If this is not a shootout, I don't know what is. How many shots is that? Is that 14 shots with 0 saves?
Yeah, actually, yep.
They have 0 saves. They did not play defense once that series, it seems, other than in the midfield and maybe in the corners here and there, but that is pretty ridiculous. Every single shot Miracles had that game was either a goal or, I mean, I guess 2 for 3, not quite, but I mean, that is just ridiculous. That is all Moorheads right here. I think that's a really good sign for them. You know, finding the back of the net 5 of those times. If you're getting on, 14 shots in a game, you're going to find the back of the net quite a few times. So, low-key, there's a tornado siren going off. Give us a sec, says Tylands.
What?
Hopefully everything's all right. I don't know what the ruling on that one is. I
don't know.
Never been in this position, but what are y'all
like a tornado
feeling?
clause, like only if it's an E4 they can reschedule.
They're hopping right in.
Yeah.
I mean, we good now, apparently. Listen,
He's gonna.
I mean, we did just have Victor Rachel pay, so maybe they have.
I mean, if he stops moving halfway through this game, we know what happened. So.
If you stop playing while flying through the air, that is a disrespect to the Moorhead name. And they, you know, Minneapolis, I mean, that would be a miracle that the team that they're playing just flies away.
Right. I was gonna say he brought out the power up. Yeah.
I did not see that part, but that is quite funny.
Terrible.
Anyways, continuing on here, we got a match on our hands that is up in the air here. I mean, looking at our predictions already, I believe I said Game 5. I'm feeling better about that now.
I said
I
4.
honestly going into this, I was a little bit nervous, but after seeing that game, Moorhead's really stepped up, and kicking drop has still just been that guy for Minneapolis. I mean, what else has he got to do? Napier, huge infield pass here off the ceiling this time, but just such a dust and dunk. And that'll be the opening goal. And man, I have nothing else to say. This Minneapolis team, I am shocked that they got scored on that many times, because it's just on paper, I feel like, as a defensive team. But you said going into this, you thought it was going to be destruction, and it seems like you were more on the right track than me.
Yeah, obviously I've never seen these guys play together, but just looking at the names, like on the scoreboard, very, very offensive, like to cause chaos players. And this is kind of what I was expecting. I was expecting the defense to be a little bit more locked, but when you're getting peppered that many times, you can't really help but let one fall. Tyland's getting one here for Moorhead, bringing it 1-1 here in game 3. Maybe, channeling his inner tornado powers with that one. Yeah, bringing it back here. I will say, I mean, we've been saying it plenty of times, but Minneapolis is really doing a great job of hitting kicking drop where they can. Dude is lights out right now, and they're using him well to get some offensive plays going. So we'll see if they can continue it. Napier gonna push this off the sidewall. No one gonna push. Creed trying to read him. That's kind of a awkward 50 off the sidewall. Gunbro gonna collect this. I like that touch. Tyland's kicking off the sidewall. Carl's nuts off the backboard. Little ceiling pinch. We do have a rule 1. This is a 2v2. Napier trying to get upfield fast to get some offense going.
Thank you, kind of
an awkward bunch. Touch off the corner. Now Gunbro, oh my god. Gunbro with a musty flick. And that will be one more here for Moorhead. What a play.
I am so confused. I could have swore I saw Carl in that rule 1, but all of a sudden I saw him driving around. But a great shot from the opening goal here, or not the opening goal, but to break the headlock here.
Yeah, break the tie.
Man, off the end of the rule 1. That's 2 back-to-back rule 1s we've seen today. I guess it's just in the nature. Today is the most Rocket League day. This is the most Rocket League day of all time. We've had some ridiculous stuff happening, and man, I just absolutely love that we're getting to see some of the more funny sides of Rocket League today. Alongside, we've had some pretty ridiculous moments across these 2 series. So hopefully, sticking with us, maybe we're gonna get a whole bunch more. So lock it in here though. Midfield pass comes through. It's gonna be a huge clear down. Napier trying to find a touch, but Tyland's excellently done. Saved away. Carl dribbling this one back to his own corner. Tries flicking over Gunbro, but Gunbro plays the high. This one waterfalling down just a little bit off towards the right of the goal, but an opportunity maybe found for kicking drop. Chaining in a couple of wall dashes to find a 50-50. This one fires across the box, but nobody ready for either side to capitalize off that play. And 2 minutes left on this clock. Moorhead still leading the charge.
Kicking drop, trying to put one on Gunbro there with a nice read off the backboard, just making himself look as big as possible. I mean, once again, Tyland's and Gunbro, a little bit of a double commit, but nice bailout from Gunbro, keeping the play alive. Kicking drop, looking for 2, gets 1, gets 2. Interesting touch from Tyland's, actually a perfect pseudo clear almost off of his own backboard, but Napier gonna try to read this bounce. It will not go. Tyland's with an open net goal. Kicking drop just couldn't get back to that in time. I'm pretty sure Tyland's put this the only place kicking drop couldn't reach it.
Yeah, just absolutely perfectly on the near post right there on the right side. Able to sneak that one in just right outside kicking drop's range, and that is just got a sting for Minneapolis. I felt like they had maybe an opportunity there to start some offense, but immediately it breaks away, and now Moorheads are just separating themselves now by 2. Gonna be an opportunity here, looking for the pinch. That ball does go flying, but it kind of just fizzles out. It's in the corner here. Napier's gonna have an opportunity to find this one out, but Tyland's has absolutely nothing to do with that one. Just rips that one away. Off spawn, Napier clears this one over to kick drop. Kick drop to Carl. Carl pre-flip, able to get this ball center. Creed with an excellent cut on defense over to Tyland, which is just an excellent conversion. What a counterattack.
Yeah, really just kind of out of the blue. But sometimes those are the best. The transition offense really does make the defense a little uncomfortable, but poor kick and drop is always so close to making the save and is just out of position both times. But Yeah, Moorhead really, really making a statement here in Game 3. They want this match point. Oh my god, almost a ridiculous pinch in favor of Minneapolis. Napier, though, with a nice read. Carlos Nuts gets it past, and Napier with the bump. It was only a matter of time before we saw a Napier bump play.
We have seen this Minneapolis teams get so close so many times this game, whether it's off the bar or just missing that last maybe midfield pass or the shots is not quite good enough. And I feel like they needed that one badly. If that goal didn't go in, I feel like they might have been at a loss for words. A little bit of a fake kickoff here, and Napier does, in fact, secure that boost. Will it pay off for them immediately? Oh, my goodness. That defender was bumped, and that net was open, but nobody on either side, honestly, was ready for that. Miracle's able to hold on, though, keeping this a 2-goal game. Kind of a similar position to they were in last game, but they got to find a goal quickly here. Kick and drop getting demoed off this one. Beautiful play by Creed, but it's immediately Napier gets the get back and does evens out the demos, but it's just no opportunities to go on offense. Finally, an opportunity to run this ball downfield from the sidewall. Trying to go under Tylands, but this time he covers it, and now Tylands with an additional touch just makes it so difficult to counterattack for kicking drop. Trying to offload the pass to the sidewall, but there's just, it feels like all hope is being lost here, and the last few lights that are flickering are being shut off here, and maybe one more chance here, but it just gets saved away. Tylands able to close out this game, and going into match point now, up 2. I mean, they're putting themselves into an excellent position. Moorhead, I mean, that's 2 straight now. You got to find a way to stop their momentum.
Yeah, I guess as this game does proceed, it really does look like Game 1 might have just been a fluke as far as the defense of Moorhead is concerned, because they have done a great job of locking down Minneapolis and then transitioning into the offense and getting super good looks. I don't really know what they changed as far as in between games or whatever, but that's just what I've seen from the scoring aspect of it, I guess. Also, shout out Gunbro for that musty flick. I don't think I've ever seen him do one. Slotted it top bins. But, I mean, if you're Minneapolis here, like the previous one, it's your defense and rotations. There were many times, I even pointed it out mid-game, there were many times that if kicking drop, specifically, it wasn't always him, but the ones that I noticed were if he was just a little bit closer to the net or slightly more, I guess, in position, it would have been a trivial save. But instead, I mean, Tylands is shooting lights out right now as far as placement goes. So we'll see if they can close it out in here and prove me right with Moorhead in 4.
I think it also needs to be said that the fact they're getting in those positions so often where they're just getting basically a free shot on net is also something that needs to maybe be brought up. Maybe they're being a slightly too aggressive on bumps. Maybe they're going too far ahead for passes, or maybe a boost steal. I don't know exactly what's putting them so far upfield. And honestly, it's going to be even harder for them from the players' perspective. But they got to figure that out ASAP. They do not have time as they are on match point here. They figured it out the first game. I believe that was even a shutout. And I believe they've also started off both the other games scoring. So this start is honestly not entirely surprising. An excellent beginning. Another play leading from kick and drop. Honestly, I think kick and drop might have 100% goal participation right now. But it won't change this time. Finding a nice pass, and Napier's able to slot it. 15 seconds in, but we've seen this twice now. Honestly, 3 times. We've seen this 3 times now, and only once it's played out.
Yeah, we'll see. God, Gunbro is like peaking mechanically right now. What a play from Moorhead. Where did Gunbro learn these things? Maybe I mean, have I been playing or watching with my eyes shut the last season? He didn't do any of that stuff when he played for Brainerd, but what a dime off the backboard reset flick over to Tylands, who, I mean, this is really just becoming a match of who can hit Tylands and kicking drop nicer. And that's going to be the winner of this game. Tylands almost gets a freebie off of a Carl's Nuts touch. Carl's Nuts bringing it upfield, though, just kind of bangs it. Gunbro doesn't get the greatest touch. Kicking drop will get a shot on target, but it will drop. Napier, another soft touch over to kicking drop. Tylands up early, looking to collect it on the backboard. Doesn't get the read. Carl's Nuts puts this on target. Gunbro not there for the touch, and all manner of depravity on the Moorhead defense, as this is a freebie for Minneapolis.
They're absolutely gonna just they're gonna be happy with that. I feel like they've given up a few like that this series. I think they're gonna finally be happy to be the ones on the receiving end of maybe a freebie. And I think that may be a little bit of a morality booster. They've had so many opportunities like that just go slightly aside. So now finally getting one of the back of the net. That's a big miss by Creed. Gunbro able to cover it up and get the save. Gunbro trying to get fancy on defense, but that flip reset might have put them in a slightly awkward position to take the 50-50 kicking drop now on the sidewall here. Looking for that midfield pass. He's got it, but Thailand's with nothing to fear, just dives in. Napier cuts out the defense and looking for the midfield pass, but it just seems like the defense is just a little bit too prepared. Shot, it comes from a little bit too far back, and it's a little bit not enough pace on it. You're gonna want to keep up, but I mean, this pressure so far looks fantastic. Backfield or a back pass now, and trying to get every single player involved here by Minneapolis. Will it pay off? So far, passing the ball around, it's given them a lot of pressure, despite only having a 1-goal advantage. This is where they got to be.
Yeah, we'll see if Minneapolis can maintain this lead that they do have here. 3 minutes is a lot of time when it comes to Rocket League. Kicking drop off the backboard. Napier's there for the touch, and kicking drop will steal it. I mean, secure the goal here for Minneapolis. Yeah, heads up play, banging it off the backboard, just kind of abusing the easy reads that they can. 3-1 here, looking to just run away with this game here in Game 4. They do need this, obviously, best of 5. They don't want to drop 3. So 50 with Gunbro offensively. Carl's nuts off the side post. Napier gets another touch. Should be a goal for kicking drop, but he shanks it. But Carl's nuts doesn't care. He fills it in 4-1. Minneapolis firing on all cylinders right now here on offense.
Yeah, and man, this is the type of lead, this is the type of stance that Minneapolis really needed to take, a more offensive approach. I mean, we are not even halfway through this game, and Minneapolis have 15 shots, 5 apiece for every single player on Minneapolis. They are just absolutely slaughtering Moorhead right now offensively with pressure. And here comes another one, and maybe even Kick and Drop can put another tally on that board. Another midfield pass. It is just... when does the pressure let up? When does the pressure cease? It does not feel like anytime soon, as more and more shots just keep on rolling in. I mean, it's just again and again. I mean, when will they be stopped?
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I feel like Moorhead should have to sign a waiver to play the rest of this game. I mean, 5-1, 2 minutes is not exactly what you want to see. But I will say, if you are Minneapolis here, you cannot get complacent. Obviously, they've scored a bunch of goals in not a lot of time, which means Moorhead could do the exact same thing. So definitely need to keep your head on your shoulders here. 2 minutes in Rocket League, plenty can happen. I do want to see a little bit more out of Creed. He's been kind of quiet the last 2 games, honestly. And I know he can play super well when he gets involved, so seeing if he can maybe push this up a little bit. Carl's nuts, though. A little pass over to Kicking Drop. Kicking Drop, back pass to Napier, but Creed's going to cut it off. Almost an open net. Napier with a diving save. Tylands gets 1 touch. Kicking Drop there for the read, though. Gunbro awkwardly collecting. Doesn't get the touch. Creed and Napier 50. Good opportunity here for Kicking Drop, who puts it slightly wide. Gunbro there for the save anyway. Looking to push it upfield. Doesn't get the greatest touch off the corner. Creed, minute and a half left. They need something here. Gunbro with the bump play. This is a good look for Moorhead, but Kicking Drop there for the save.
Yeah, Kicking Drop's been all over this field, man. I mean, whether it's defensively, offensively, Kicking Drop is just been a menace. I mean, he is still keeping up this 100% goal participation, I'm pretty sure, by the way. I mean, he has been a machine on all fronts, and that squishy save into a counterattack was just wonderful. And we've seen Moorhead's fair share of one-sided games now, or at least high-scoring games. Minneapolis finally giving them a taste of their own medicine. Carl stops his
we both saw that.
in that open net, and he's obviously not happy with how he's playing right now, but he even sent me a DM, said I should be in prospect, but he's all right. I think he is all right. You know, I think he needs to take this a little bit less serious and just he gets in his head a little easily. So I think after getting a decisive win like this, you can kind of cut loose a little bit. Creed will finally get on the board here. It felt like forever since we've seen Moorhead let alone on offense, but scoring. I mean, this is a great chance for them to get back into the swing of things, especially before the next game, Game 5. So yeah, this good opportunity for them to get the momentum back. But Minneapolis, what a display we've seen from this game.
Yeah, they are popping off right now. If you're Moorhead, you really, I mean, honestly, if I'm down this far, I'm just going to chalk it and, think about the next game. But really just trying to build any momentum here is a good thing for Moorhead. They have basically lost it all. Won the last 2, but now they're kind of getting abused this game. But we'll see if they can stop the bleeding a little bit. Creed, looking for a pass midfield. No one's there. Kind of difficult to push that as third. Napier gets it past 1. Tylen's there for the touch, though. This will go midfield. Gunbro with a 50 with Carl's Nuts across the net. Creed doesn't get the touch. Tylen's up early. Gets a touch off the ceiling. Gunbro wide right. No one there for a touch. Kicking drop. Got a 50 Tylen's. Dunks him. This will pop up. Are we going to see a 0-second goal here in Game 4? Tylen's putting it on target. Napier's there for the save. Carl's Nuts doesn't get the touch, and Minneapolis will close out Game 4. We are going to 5.
I was really hoping Minneapolis got one more shot there to round out to a nice 20 shots that game.
That is ridiculous. Insane.
They ended up with 19, but an absolutely ridiculous display of offense in 3v3. That is a stat line that you don't see very often in 1v1, let alone 3v3. This was a display of offense like no other. Moorhead, honestly, I would say all things considering, with 19 shots on the board, did pretty well to only allow 6. So hopefully to see a little bit more offense from them next game to, maybe spark something that they had in the previous 2 games. But Minneapolis figured something out, and it might have just been, what they figured out might have just been that kicking drop is just a bulldoze. He's just an absolute menace, and they got to guard him up. So going into Game 5 here, I'm excited. This could go either way. This is exactly what I want from every series today. I mean, this is the second Game 5 of the day, second Game 5 of the series, and this is the second match stream. So already 2 for 2 for Game 5 right now. I am all for it.
I couldn't tell, honestly. You're bro is excited for this game. Yeah, I mean, this is a super good series. Kind of a weird series. It's been back and forth, but in wild aspects. Like, they've kind of floated back and forth, but the games were absolute demolition. So I genuinely have no idea what to expect. I will say Gunbro last game was putting up prime Whitlock numbers. I think he had like 6 saves. So we'll see if he can keep up the defensive play. I'd still want to see more out of Creed. He played super well the first 2 games and then just kind of fell off. Not necessarily playing poorly, but just not really, being a menace like he usually is. Gunbro, awkward in the corner, getting 50 with kicking drop. What a pinch into the offensive zone here for Moorhead. Carl's Nuts gets it past 1, past 2. It is just Gunbro back. Kicking drop, looking for a bump, but Gunbro going to cut it early. Fantastic heads-up play on the defense. Now Tylen's a little awkward. Can't get the touch upfield. Creed and Napier. Napier going to take it into the corner. Gets a fake past 1. Dimes over to Carl's Nuts. Doesn't get the flip, though. A little bit of a double jump. I don't know if that was intentional or not. Carl's Nuts bringing it upfield. Kicking drop. Or, excuse me, back post, rather. Kicking drop. Clearing it upfield. Is this on target? It is wide left. Gunbro there for the touch. Gets a nice soft pass over to Tylen's.
Whoa.
Carl's Nuts there very, very early. It looked like he pre-jumped that, to be honest with you. Napier and Creed. Creed in favor. Gonna get it midfield. No one's there. Napier gets 1. Looking for 2. Little pinch with Gunbro off the corner. A lot of back and forth action here without any good shots. Creed takes one out from kicking drop. Carl's Nuts putting one slightly off target as well. Creed popping upfield. Can he get a play here? Looking for a possible bump on Napier, but it will not fall. Gunbro gets it off the backboard. Kicking drop is there, and this is just a back and forth Game 5.
Ripped off the backboard. Now Creed's going to be forced back into a defensive stand here. Napier with no boost. Trying to take a low 50-50, but it does get by him. Now, back into this Minneapolis end. Still a 0-0 game. It's a little bit awkward here. A little bit of a muck, but Carl's able to find a nice 50-50. This one in back towards center. Kicking drop just have to clear. Looking to get the follow-up. This shot off the backboard. Who is up for it? It looks like it's Tylen's, and he's got it under the bar. Oh my goodness, absolutely perfect play. And with nobody on the backboard, Creed just finds it, and Carl is just left helpless in goal. Kick and drop, Chai's getting a hand up. Napier also with the pre-jump, but to no avail. The read's not good enough, and the first goal falls to the Moorheads. Minneapolis now on the back foot, got to find a way back into this series. I have an opportunity here with kick and drop off the ceiling, looking for the dunk, can't quite find it, but it's still a decent chance from the corner. No boost from Carl's nuts, but he sees Napier in midfield. Great pass, shot, slot, bottom left. Fantastic play to tie things back up.
Yeah, this is, I mean, just when I think I know how a game is going, they throw me a curveball. Fantastic angle from Napier. Shout out the little side flip off the air roll. Yeah, 1-1, just over half of this game remaining. You got Gunbro, been a little mechy all evening. See if he can keep it up here, trying to bring his team up 1 to secure the series. Napier, that's a pass. Doesn't really get the best touch on it, though. Kick and drop a Napier, a little awkward in their own corner. Gunbro with 50 into the Minneapolis corner here. Tylen's up nice and early. Tough read for kick and drop. Doesn't get the touch. Napier there for the clear. Now Gunbro going to collect. I like this play. Napier popping up. Gunbro early. It's 1 looking for 2. Gets, almost a ghost touch midfield. Creed looking for a bump on kick and drop. No one is there. Tylen's is there for the shot. Napier there for the clear, though. Kick and drop Napier moving upfield. This has been what they have been doing the whole series. Smart heads up cut there by Gunbro. Looking for a pass midfield. Kick and drop. Intercepting early off the sidewall. Gunbro kills a man. Creed off the corner looking for someone midfield. Carl's nuts there for the cutoff. Excuse me. Tylen's popping off the sidewall as well. 50 into the midfield. Kick and drop. Gets 1. Looking for 2. As he always does. Gets 3. A little pinch off the corner. Slightly awkward here, but Creed, fantastic air control. Able to get that into the corner. 1.5 minutes. This next goal could very well be the dagger for either team.
Yeah, excellent control here. Oh my goodness, that might be the breakaway. Creed, all that's left. Kick and drop, does he have the open net? He does! The breakaway, the lead! Only 90 seconds left on this clock, and kick and drop took no hesitation. Ripped it to the backboard. Creed with no boots, getting bumped by Napier. It is a perfectly chalked up play. We've seen this one a million times. Napier running down, just harassing the last man, and kicking drop. Of course he's got the goal. It's been him all season long, aka 5 minutes.
Yeah, okay. I was going to say it's
5 games, sorry.
That was about an hour ago. Yeah.
Seriously, though. No, but kick and drop this entire series long has just been a demon. I mean, he has been that guy offensively for this roster, and it has not changed yet. But you still got to hold on for another minute longer. Moorhead are not going to be restless. They gotta lock in. They're going to be locked in here for this last minute or so. Creed's going to be trying to make it a play here, ripping it off the backboard. Carl is there, able to clear it away, but it's still a very dangerous position. Napier with no boost just parks the bus, looking for a 50-50. It's found. The kick and drop with a huge clear, and Creed's going to be left on defense here. Can he find a counterattack? Hits it to himself, but it's just awkward. 40 seconds left here. Will they have an opportunity?
We will see. Anything can happen here, as we've seen, throughout this entire series. I'm not even going to try to guess what will happen for the remainder of this game. Gunbro, little flick pass. Oh my God. What a it looks like he got an extra touch on it. Absolute demon flick from Gunbro. Kind of, yeah.
Oh.
I would love to see what that looks like from kicking drops angle. He is probably made of questions right now.
A little bit more discipline right there would have secured you the game, but you're not. You can't think about that anymore. With only 20 seconds left on the clock, it's probably golden goal territory. Next goal might just win it. That one's going to go underneath the Carl's nuts here. Kick and drop. Can he do it? Not quite. Tylen's on the counterattack. He has been the man, the myth, the legend. Huge cut, top left shot. Themselves the lead. Only 8 seconds left on the clock, and the Miracles are going to need one.
My man, dude, I've been glazing him all evening, but Gunbro is peaking in this series. I don't know, where, I don't want to be disrespectful, but this is not how he played last season. Bro is feeling like a blind man reading.
Not over yet.
He is
Not over
feeling it
yet.
right now.
Oh, that's a huge clear.
We have a Moorhead. I mean, what a series. I have no words. They literally, just when I thought all was lost, they bring it back. What? Yeah,
Wow.
I have no words. What a series.
Devastating defeat for Minneapolis here. They wanted to walk out of here with a win. I believe that is 2 Game 5 losses for them for week 1 now, and it leaves them with a lot of question marks. I don't know man, I really thought this was going to be like one of the top teams. I know we all kind of were expecting Moorhead to be super solid with Creed in the 3rd round, kind of being a sleeper pick, and it showed through. They do look fantastic, but Minneapolis starting off the season with maybe a lot more questions than they have answers. They're going to have to figure things out here. And man, I don't want to say I'm disappointed, but I am very sad to see my boy Carl starting off the season a little bit rough, but I believe in their regain. I know this is we saw what greatness they can have in Game 4 and Game 1. They had excellent games, nearly shutting them out both those games, but you're gonna need more. It's gonna take a lot of work to refine the teamwork here, and I think there's definitely a hidden gem here, a diamond waiting to be polished, but it's gonna take a little bit more time than they had in this series today. But we got more Rocket League for today, don't we?
We have plenty more Rocket League today. And if these continue to be Game 5s, we could have a long time of Rocket League today, which I am all for. Up next we got Des Moines versus Duluth, I believe. So Des Moines making a reappearance on stream. We'll see if they can get another win. Close, most likely a closer game than they thought it was going to be in the first series. So maybe they polished some stuff up in between. Yeah, it's I have enjoyed getting back in the booth with you, Zoms.
Yeah, it was nice having you here today. We had a little bit of a rivalry there. You did kind of come out on top here. Your prediction was correct. But hey,
these. Like you got
I got the Game 5. You got the correct.
Correct.
I'm 0 for 2 today. You know, man, I'll take what I can get. You know what I'm saying? But I'm 0 for 2. But listen, hopefully I can bring things around these next few games. But Des Moines Duration and Duluth coming up next year with Green Day and Brainerd rounding out the night. But I appreciate all the time that everyone's had spent here today. We got a couple more series coming up here, and we'll be right back with just a quick break. See you soon.
Before.
let you go now. Making it so hard. You got to know now. Ooh, taking it too far. Nothing to hold now. I'm falling apart. Out in the cold now. Breathing underwater. Breathing underwater now. I can't let go.
Hello, we're back again. It's me and Coop, and we are back on the cast. We got ourselves another match. We're going to be hopping straight into the schedule here. We don't want to have any more delays for y'all, so we're going to be just jumping straight into things. 2 Game 5 thrillers so far. Will we get another one? We got Des Moines going up against Duluth, an all-time favorite match, and we're just going to be hopping straight into the predictions here. We've already seen Des Moines win once today. Are you leaning one way or the other here?
I am. So I was on a team with Shaded last season, and Hude was on my challenger roster for Jungle. I want to see Duluth win here. This is a weird team. I'm not going to lie to you. I didn't even know that this was how their draft played out. But honestly, I'm looking at how it's laid out. I'm really curious as to how they cook in this lobby. I'm going to say Duluth in 4 as my prediction. I don't know, man. I want to see these guys cook.
You know, I've already doubted these guys once today. I'm 0-2 on the day. Oh, man.
True.
I gotta go. Oh, man, I don't want to be 0-3. Give me Des Moines here. You know, I was wrong on them once, and I want to say Game 5 because it's been 2 Game 5s already from going 3-3, but I think Des Moines are closing this one out at 4. So, Des Moines, we've already seen you warm up today. Maybe you guys are a little bit cold from sitting around for about 30 minutes to an hour, but I believe in y'all. Please be my good luck charm. I'm so sorry I doubted you before. Lock in here. We're going to be hopping straight into the game. I believe we're just about ready to go. All the players are hyped up. You know, Riding Star is so great. Even the subs are on the cams today. So
yeah, that is true.
Challenger and Premier, I want to see you guys put up a fight to Rising Star Cam's numbers today. But please, tomorrow
Well, I can tell you-
and the next after, please just try putting a hand up to how many cams we have today in Rising Star. You guys are the goats in Rising Star, y'all. See what we got in Challenger though.
Yeah, we'll see. I can tell you firsthand from running casts and streams, whatever, with Stewie on Fridays that most people don't have their cams on, and I like it when they don't, because we have a damn good time with some JP calling and giving people their own cameras. So pull up on Fridays and, and shut off your cams for some content.
I will not be shut off my camera tomorrow.
Okay. But we got Des Moines ripping some offense here early. Far off the corner, gets a touch off the backboard. Winter there for the touch. Almost said whirl. The names look very similar at a quick glance. Vex off the corner, trying to get a clear out. Not going to be successful. We have Far bringing it midfield once again. Hude there for the clear out. Blasky looking a little awkward here in his own corner. Gets past one. Hude bumped a little bit. A little awkward. Far trying to get a shot on target. Off the sidewall now. Winter off the backboard. Blasky up for this. Is anyone going to be home for the save? Hude. Nice read, intercept. Vex going to collect this. Off the backboard, gets one. Winter up to intercept that. Just keeping offensive pressure here for Derecho. Blasky over to Winter. Winter doesn't get a touch. Vex here for the clear out. Some offense. Signs of life here for Duluth. Blasky with a goal line save, though. Just over a minute into this game, and we have all kinds of possession changes.
Yeah, I'm really going to be looking forward. For me, my star player in this match is going to be Hude. Hude, so much experience so far, especially with tough matches. Whether he's on the better team or the worst team, he has been in so many. I just want to look at Major just from last season. He got both of the Challenger Championships in Major last season, Major 1 and Major 2. So this guy, he knows how to ice up, and he was definitely a key factor to why they were such a good team, especially going to land in Challenger last season. Now in Rising Star, leading a team, commanding, seeing what he could do out here. I think he's going to be an absolute force to be reckoned with. Vex is going to start off the scoring here, assisted by Hude. But man, it's going to be how much can Hude pop off, and if Des Moines can stop him in particular, in my opinion, because Hude is just such a menace mechanically when he's on. I want to see if they can go to work. And if Des Moines can shut, in particular, Hude down, I think they're looking very good for the rest of the series.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of, I guess, already explained it, but obviously Hude was on my Challenger roster last season, and they literally, like, could not lose games. Granted, they had Risser as well, but just an overall super mechy, good player. KBM, by the way, for those who aren't aware. So watching him play in person was really trippy with the little, like, the butterfly kind of clicks he does on his mouse. But Shaded, trying to maintain possession, just kind of drain this clock. They do have a 1-goal lead here against Des Moines with just over half the game remaining. Hude up, looking for a double. Winter there for the midfield pass. Far. Oh my gosh, is this an instant? It is down the other direction. Shaded with a free goal off of the, well, I would say 50, but more just placed read from Far. Not exactly what you're looking for here if you're Des Moines, but one of those you just kind of have to chalk up.
Yeah, this is already a 2-goal lead for Duluth here, starting off really strong. Derecho are going to have to lock in a little bit here, but we saw them fault a couple times in the last series, so I'm not going to be out of their corner quite yet. Still going to be cheering them on. Still going to be expecting them to get back into form ASAP, because we've seen what they could do last hour in their last series. So still looking forward to see what Derecho could do, but it's going to start with some offense. So far this series, they've been getting on offense quite a few times, but nothing solid enough to find the back of the net. Maybe an opportunity here. Winter trying to find Far. Nice flick over the top of one. Shaded all the way back here off the backboard. It's a bit difficult for Winter to find a shot, but maybe a midfield pass. Shaded's already ready. Now Hude for the counterattack. Well, just easy to tap that one in. Great pass from Shaded up forward, and it is just an instant counterattack. Winter, one missed touch. Blasky comes diving in, can't get the save, and it's immediately a goal for Hude.
Yeah, I mean, Winter, that's really one of the best things you can do. He just didn't hit the ball hard enough, and it just kind of dropped straight down instead of hitting his teammate midfield. And Hude with the nice little redirect. That's kind of just how he scored a lot of his challenger goals last season, to be honest. Just these kind of cherry pick plays, and they work. So, yeah, I mean, just utter demolition here for Duluth. 3-0 here. Still time, but definitely a good display of performance in Rocket League here in Game 1, making a statement in this series. We got Hude popping it off the backboard. Blasky pre-jumps it. Winter there for the help. Bringing it upfield now. Gets past one. Off the backboard. Shaded now. Intercepted by Blasky, who gets a double tap. Almost goes midfield for a shot. Bar and Hude off the sidewall. Beck's popping it upfield. Winter a little bit awkward. This will float. Blasky, not the greatest touch. Kind of pops it off to the side. Winter with a 50 on Hude. Beck's pushing this hard. Shaded here for a shot, but Blasky will be there for the clear. A little awkward here on the Duluth defense. All they need to do, though, is milk the clock. Winter, what a pinch midfield. No one is there for the touch, unfortunately. Far off the sidewall as well, trying to just dime anybody midfield. And they have not found success at all this game.
Yeah, this game has been quite brutal for Des Moines Derecho here. Having a lot of shots, 10 shots in this game, doubling Duluth or in some change, but just no success to find in the back of the net. It's going to be a little bit demoralizing, but at least you're getting that offensive pressure. Winter's finally going to be finding the back of the net, finally maybe getting some momentum for the next few games. That is honestly huge. Big breakaway and able to get onto the scoreboard. For the mental, getting on the board here, it's a good sign to come. And honestly, I don't think this is possible for them to win this game 5 seconds. I mean, obviously, there's
I would pay to see that.
It's just nearly impossible here. But yeah, not a bad try here. Duluth holds on well, just gets that quick 3-goal lead and can just kind of like, I don't want to say turtle up, but really just play solid. They don't really overextend. They don't really make too many mistakes. And Des Moines Derecho are going to be needing to find some sort of more consistent offense. I don't know if it's going to be with bumps. I don't know if it's going to be with the passes. But shooting that many times is not going to cut it 11 times. There might not be timeouts here in best of fives, but I appreciate the effort. Also, one more thing. If you are listening right now, please at Gerg in the Twitch chat for me. Bruh. I appreciate you. At Gerg. Either in the Discord, either in the Twitch chat. I need an at Gerg somewhere for you, boy.
At Hairstat.
Right. At Hairstat. Appreciate you, brother.
Anyway, back to the game. Yeah, I mean, Des Moines, it really did just look like Des Moines was just trying to do too much. Trying to make these kind of cute plays happen, and it can work. I think Duluth is just really good at picking off passes. Additionally, they got away with some pretty, lucky, I don't want to say lucky, but they were lucky. Lucky goals, just banger clears downfield. But yeah, I mean, it's not great to drop game 1 in any case, but definitely not the end of the world here for Des Moines as we move into game 2 and have some interesting team switches. Oh my god. He's Cam. Come on, Vex. Get back here. This guy. All right.
Well.
Yeah, maybe now that he's hydrated, he'll really pop off. I'll have to ask him when the series is done if he enjoys
You can see him dart back in on the camera.
Yeah, I know.
That is quite funny, but he's back and he's ready to continue on this game. It's only the first game for Duluth, and Des Moines had a slight creep back into the series from that, just the very last few moments in that first game. So maybe some signs of life from Des Moines and loss of shots. So hopefully if they can continue up that shot pressure, but maybe find in the back of the net with a little bit more consistency. Already here, getting an opportunity here, far on defense. This is a really dangerous play to bring across your goal line. Plasky with a bailout save, but that is a extremely risky play to be consistently going for. What is Shaded thinking? He's got some backhand. Thought he was about to own goal there, but it does maintain a little bit of he recognizes where he is, and a midfield pass comes through. No, the own goal. Hude's back and able to get that save, and already a little bit of chaos here, just 1 minute in.
Yeah, you mentioned, what is Shaded doing? That's a question that I asked myself a lot last season. He is a wild card. You really don't know what to expect from him on most plays, especially like as a defender. He just kind of brings out a lot of chaos and quality plays. So definitely a tough player to play against. Vex, though, popping at midfield. Hude here for the follow-up. Winter is the only man back. Vex popping off the backboard. Shaded there for the shot, and it will just bounce in far, just kind of flopping around in net. Homie used splash, and he will not be there for the save.
Yeah, tough to recover that one once he pre-jumps, and Winter being the one with boost right there, jumping early, it did not make the situation easy for Far to make a save. Tough spot to be in right there, but you're going to have to find a way back, and it's going to be Duluth with another lead, and it just seems like it is natural in this series for them to have a lead so far. Des Moines have to find a way to claw back here. Winter maybe finding a way to not only secure the boost, but just putting this ball into a safe location. It's going to fire across the box here. Blasky guarding up behind this ball. Hude looking for a time to challenge. Does find a nice one. Far, huge pinch off that sidewall. Now Winter gets a chance to collect 50-50. It is close box, but it's just not threatening enough to get through. And now Shaded has an opportunity here to look for a close range double tap. Puts it down. Far's got the clear. Hude back on defense all alone. That touch is a little bit awkward, but Winter trying to make the most of it. Midfield pass over to Blasky. Blasky was not entirely ready for it. And now this play is off to a slower start. Vex can just immediately shut it down, and there's just no play to be found here.
Yeah, I mean, Des Moines, it's more of this kind of what I mentioned last game of just trying to get too cute. They're trying to pass too much. They're just trying to do too much, and it's really just halting a lot of their upfield progress. Blasky, though, trying to get a soft touch, little reset play. Hude is there for the cut, though. Far off the sidewall. Vex there, passing it up to Shaded. Shaded looking for a pass to Hude, or excuse me, back to Vex. Is this on target for Far? It is off the post. Shaded just verifying. Shaded midfield over to Hude. Vex popping up high. Far on the backboard. Trying to follow that up as well. A little bit of a double commit. See how that plays out for Des Moines. Hude. The shot from Blasky. Trivial save into the corner. Winter. Trying to get a little dunk play. Vex there for the save. And the, I mean, honestly, the Duluth defense is looking locked down right now.
Yeah, I'm a little bit, you know, I wonder if Des Moines have changed up their playstyle a little bit from last series, because in the last series they did win, but they had a lot of double commits, a lot of even triple commits. So maybe they're trying to space out a lot more, use passes a little bit more, but so far, the brute force method is, I mean, they got another goal just off that, so maybe that is the method that works, but like you said before, being cutesy has not been working out. A big pass off the corner, though. Blasky able to beat out 2 defenders, and that's going to be, you know, the first time Des Moines have really, it felt like, fight back, really get their nails back into this series, really claw their way in, and it is a tie game, maybe even on the front of a lead. That waterfall is apparently perfectly read by Shaded, and going to be breaking out here. Shaded back in the front here. Hude's looking for a sidewall read, looking for the skim. Does get the touch, but forcing Des Moines into this, another defensive stand. With a minute left, I mean, this can go either way, Coop.
We will see. These games are the ones that I like. These kind of like down to the wire. You know, it is only game 2, but excitement is excitement here. Winter looking for a pass to Blasky. Like I said before, kind of a unnecessary mechie play, but Far unable to get the touch. Winter popping up, just trying to make the defense a bit awkward here. Shaded off the sidewall, gets 1. It's a musty for 2 off the corner. Blasky there for the read. Doesn't get a follow-up touch upfield. Vex off the corner, looking for a bump on Winter. Will not catch him in time. Shaded, all the time in the world, opts to hit it into the corner. Winter Shaded off the corner as well. Winter popping it upfield. Vex there for the read. Winter gonna pop it midfield for Far, and Far gets rejected by Vex. A very
Great
good
pass.
sent out, and Winter off the pass from Blasky will secure another goal here for Des Moines.
Great touch for Blasky here, just putting it off the bar. Honestly, if he slotted it, I think it would have had the same result, but
Yep.
a safe pass into the middle of the box. Winter will put that one home for free, and the first lead this series for Des Moines. And it came at the perfect time, 20 seconds in, almost conceding it immediately. Hude have a decent chance, but Far guards him out. Shaded air dribbles up to the ceiling, kind of pitches that backwards. Hude's there to center that ball, but a massive clear will put Vex on a bit of a hot plate here, and both players kind of getting confused on whose ball it is. It's going to be Hude for the last chance. If you wanted someone to have that last play, it might be him, but that ball gets away from him. Des Moines can put the ball into the ground. We got a tie series. It's 1-1.
Yeah, I mean, kind of a recovery game here for Des Moines. They got away, or not necessarily they got away, but they let the Duluth roster get away with a lot less this game. And it seemed to pay off pretty well for them. Obviously, they won this one. So see how they kind of transition here into game 3. Like the last series, I don't really know what to expect. A lot of these players are very volatile in that how they play can kind of drastically shift the way that these games are played and what happens. So anything can happen in this next one. I would like to see Des Moines kind of carry some of this momentum that they created in this game with the 2 nice goals that they did have off of pretty decent team plays as well. They've kind of focused in on the more basic fundamentals, which is nice. Compared to what they were doing in game 1. So they're starting to see some success with that.
Yeah, I think the large amount, I think you kind of briefly mentioned this, is just being a little bit more brute forcing, just going for the ball, hitting the ball hard, just slamming it into making the opponents awkward. And in Rising Star, and honestly, not just in Rising Star, every tier of Rocket League, just banging the ball and making it extremely awkward for your opponents, it's never going to be a bad thing, especially when no one's on the backboard for a couple of these important plays or off the corner or in the midfield. I mean, there's been so many just important touches like that I feel like they were lacking maybe in game 1. Game 2 looked a lot better.
Correct. We will see who can bring this series to match point at the end of this game. Who unfortunately doesn't get the greatest bounce off the corner. Winter killing Vex, though. Potential opportunity here. Far ego challenging. I like to see that. Little aggressiveness from him. Winter puts this on target. Vex there for the clear, though. Lasky doesn't get the touch into the midfield. Far there. Great 50 from Vex, keeping possession here for his team. Just popping it once. Winter there for the clear. Shaded intercepting, though. Far, little 50 with Blasky. Luckily, it didn't work out too poorly in their favor. Shaded off the sidewall. 0 boost. We'll just kind of have to pop it past Winter. Winter over to Blasky. Blasky chips it up. Not sure if that was the touch he was looking for, but far off the corner. Shaded. Solid touch, bringing some upfield movement. Blasky can't get it off the corner. Winter off the backboard. Blasky gets a bump. This could waterfall down. Will Far get the touch? And he can. Derecho carrying this momentum from the previous game.
Yeah, what a great play as well. Blasky just driving through, causing some chaos, and Far honestly just kind of lands in the perfect spot for that waterfall. Doesn't really have to adjust much, but it is an excellent play by him to recognize that fact and kind of park the bus and get that goal line shot right there and put themselves in the lead yet again. Last game when we saw Des Moines Derecho get a lead, they did not let it up a single time for the rest of the series. So, or for the rest of that remainder of that game. So, will they repeat history? We will find out here. Still lots of time for Duluth to work with here. They got to take it a little bit slow. I feel like they're rushing some of their opportunities. Honestly, I feel like they're the exact opposite of Duluth. Right as I start talking, they're going to get a goal, of course. But I think they are the exact opposite of Des Moines, where Des Moines, honestly, it's been the banging. It's just been the heavy touches. It's been the speed that works out for them. For Duluth, it's a little bit more of the finesse. It's a little bit more of the outplay one, maybe get a double towards the center. And honestly, I'm liking this clash of play styles right now. Clash mentioned.
But I was literally going to say the same thing. Far mentioned. Far off the sidewall. Doesn't get the greatest touch. Maybe he heard me make that crappy joke and gave up. Blasky trying to touch midfield. No one is there. Winter trying to do the same thing. Derecho are just trying everything they can to dime midfield Far. And he gets another one to drop, catching this Duluth defense off guard. I don't know if Shaded thought that pass was going to go just that far out. Far out.
Man, I don't really know what happened right there. Shaded kind of looked like he was taking some shade and just kind of took cover, and just kind of drove away from his net right there. I don't exactly know what happened. Maybe he saw a second Winter coming. Blasky trying to blast through the front door here. Can't quite. Okay, I'll shut up.
Dog.
And Hude midfield pass comes here.
Dog.
Blasky having a chance here off the sidewall. Does get shut out far. Huge midfield pass. Just Blasky having off the backboard. He does. But unfortunately, nothing to the back of the net. And Vex maybe cursing the other team now and trying to find another opportunity here.
Dude, we need to stop. Vex off the ceiling over to Hude, looking for two, doesn't get it. Shaded a little awkward. Just kind of has to single touch and hope Winter misses. Winter gets one, looking for two, gets it past Vex. Is anyone home here for Duluth? Hude kind of pops it past a flopping derecho member. Blasky, ego challenge, gets past one, looking for two. Shaded can't get the touch. They both swing past it. Bar commits, Shaded past him. Winter off the ceiling. Hude a little bit awkward. Hops into the corner. Minute 50 left. Derecho trying to maintain this lead. Blasky giving Vex the business in the midfield. Winter off the backboard. Hude's up. Gets one. Fantastic catch. Two. Looking for a reset play. Kind of gets 15 of them, and then the ball falls. Vex off the sidewall. This is ceiling touch. We'll see if they can get a read. Neither one of them can. Shaded there for the shot, but Winter is there for the save. A minute and a half is all Derecho has to hold on to.
Yep, still a minute 20 here, and Des Moines are just holding up dear tight to this lead, maybe even doubling up. Oh my goodness, Hude was very confident in this play here. Going to get the first touch. It was a nice first touch, but the follow-up was just a little bit lacking. Blasky, great time to intercept, and even demo on the backline here. Shaded from the corner, able to do well, but the pressure is still building. They're going to need an opportunity here. Shot comes through. Hude has the save. That 50-50 is a little bit scary, but it does just go off to the sidewall here. Shaded clears it down. Hude kind of running ahead, trying to start some sort of muck, but oh my goodness, what a clear. Blasky can't fire. It wasn't open net. I'm not going to say it was an easy one, but definitely open. An opportunity may be missed.
Yeah, I know he's going to be biting himself for that one. Far just kind of rings out a cupcake of a shot, trying to get one on. Vex doesn't get the flip that he wants. Blasky, oh, here we go. Okay, Far clearing it upfield. Shaded. Gets a touch off the backboard. Vex looking very awkward. Vex put into upfield. Blasky. 15 seconds is all Derecho has to hold out here for. Shaded leaving it for Hude. Hude off the right wall. Winter actually really liked that touch, trying to maintain possession here in the Duluth half. Bar popping off the corner. 0 seconds. When this touches, the game will be over, and Des Moines taking it.
Yeah, I mean, Des Moines, I don't know what clicked for them. I really do not know. I cannot tell you. Honestly, maybe that's part of the benefit of having that coach. I actually don't see Brewdog in this game. He might be
he can't because he can't because we have the max amount of spectators.
Yeah, we have max amount here, but I would not be surprised if he is behind them, coaching them, giving them some advice. And honestly, if that's what's helping them, if that's what gave them that spark, hats off, because they have something clicked and they are just moving like a machine now. Honestly, if you just look at the gameplay they're having in this last two games compared to the one they had in the series before, honestly, it looks insanely different. Like last series, there were double commits, triple commit. This one, it has been airtight, and honestly, their challenges have been great. The pressure has been great, and honestly, the most importantly, defensively, they have really guarded up these last two games. Only conceding one in each, which, I mean, goals are always going to happen in Rocket League, but if you're only going to score on once a game, honestly, pretty good sign.
Pretty good, yeah. Definitely, I think I just black screened. Did you? Okay, well,
yeah,
we'll be back shortly, but yeah, I mean, like, Des Moines really did pick up the slack, especially on offense. I know that they're a very dynamic roster. They have history together, and they are very much kind of a coach now, fix issues now kind of mindset, which is a good way to do Rocket League. Most of the mistakes people do make are the same things basically every time, either communications, rotations, or just whiffing the ball. We'll see if this little intermission messes up any momentum, but I don't really see Des Moines letting off the gas anytime soon.
No, and honestly, if they cruise through here to victory, I would not be entirely surprised. But, I mean, Duluth, I would say they are pretty momentum-y themselves, especially Houdet as a player. He has always just been like, if he can get hot, I don't think he's going to stop. Like, I really do think if he can just somehow get the momentum rolling in his favor, he might just storm away with the series because he is ridiculous when he wants to be. He just needs to get there. Will he do that right now? I don't know. We'll see. Because I've said this over and over again. I do think Houdet is a Chow player.
He is. 100%.
I think he is so solid. I can't believe he's even on a Rising Star team. I just think it's so ridiculous. And I honestly, I can hardly believe that I'm predicting against him, but I am. And I think, honestly, I am a fan of Houdet, and I want to see him do well here. Hopefully, he can, pick up the sticks a little bit here.
We'll see if he can indeed. I'm more surprised that he isn't as mechy as he usually is. Shaded, putting one on target. Sent back out by Far. Did require 2 Derecho members to get to that. Vex, a little bit of time here. See what he can cook up here for the Duluth offense. It's a couple touches over to Houdet. Far off the sidewall. Is this on target? That's a crazy angle, actually. There is no way Shaded could have seen that coming. Unfortunately, can't really get the recovery touch, and we got caught gas stationing is what he did. That is a tough goal to drop if you're Duluth.
Yeah, I feel like the ball was kind of just flying through with no contention. No one was really putting up the challenge fast enough. And Far just slots one. Honestly, the shot was just, it wasn't particularly a fast shot. It wasn't particularly a good shot. It was just an unbelievably awkward shot, which I guess could be considered a good shot for that defender. And it just was perfect for that situation right there. Really made the defender awkward. And honestly, I think a quote-unquote better shot in that situation would have been saved. So hats off to Far for finding the correct shot right there. Maybe trying to do it once again. Forces both defenders to kind of jump at that, forcing out an awkward double commit. And now Duluth being stuck in their half here, they really want an opportunity to get on offense, because when you're down, just playing defense, it feels like the worst thing ever, especially on match point, especially series life on the line.
3.5 minutes left. Derecho just trying to maintain this defense. Far off the sidewall. Winter is up for this one. Blasky wanted to push, kind of had to turn when he saw Houdet cut. Blasky gets bumped for his efforts. Vex popping off the sidewall and off the backboard, but can't get the backboard touch. Winter. Little match with Shaded in the corner here. Vex popping. I do like that touch. Blasky there for the cutoff. And we have Houdet, Shaded moving upfield. Fantastic bump avoidance by Winter. Shaded just kind of sniffing him. Now Blasky off the backboard. This ball has not left the Des Moines corner in quite some time. On to the next corner. Winter hopping upfield. Far looking for a doink. Vex Houdet almost kind of does it for them. Shaded and Houdet on the sidewall. Houdet, can he put this on target? Winter is there for the save, but a good look nonetheless from Houdet. Winter trying to get a flick past Shaded. Shaded there for the collect. Wow. Far trying to put it on target. It won't fall, but Blasky's will drop here. 2-0. Fantastic offensive pressure here from Des Moines.
I mean, it is clockwork. They are just ticking and ticking. Everything is in the right place. It is just, Des Moines are just a machine. I feel like every single touch has a really good purpose right now. Whether it's outplaying someone, whether it's making your teammate less awkward, but whether it's stalling time. I feel like every single touch they have right now is important. And honestly, everything they're not wasting touches, they're not wasting time, and Des Moines right now are just moving differently. Duluth really need to step up to the next level right now if they want a chance to not only win this game, push to game 5, and to just carry on. I mean, they really need to lock in here. Far midfield pass comes through. Houdet does well, but stretching out is going to be tough to get this one center. Winter's all but ready for it on the backboard, and now Blasky, who's weighing down the wings, can now take an awkward challenge. Hude, super awkward, does well. Shot comes through, but the shot's a little bit lacking. This ball now cleared away. Vex looking for the corner read. It's going to be awkward here for Blasky, but a mistouch by Hude, maybe rushing it by just a half a second. And now your offensive chances have just, it's gone in the wind. It was a fire, and it's just smothered out. It's completely gone, and now it's just opened up for Blasky. I don't even know. That looked like the easiest goal of Blasky's career.
He did just kind of, I mean, let's just watch it. I mean,
he held drive. That was it.
You know, he almost had to press the right trigger. Yeah, Duluth is looking really rough right now. Definitely not out of reach, but, you know, they're starting to lose grip on this one. A little 50 with Vex, though. Some offensive life here. Shaded. 50 with Blasky. Off the ceiling. Hude can't get the touch either. Vex looking for Shaded. Pops it off the backboard instead. Shaded is there for the read, though. Bringing it back here. 2-goal game, just under a minute. This could happen.
Yeah, if you want a way back into the series, a quick goal is definitely gonna, you know, be the fastest ticket there. So getting one quick goal, giving yourself at least a minute. We've seen 2 goals. We've seen 2-goal swings go faster than this. In fact, we've seen it faster just tonight. I'm pretty sure with against this very same roster, we saw 3 goals in 30 seconds earlier today. So I mean, anything can happen. Duluth. This is a right step in the right direction, but you need more. 38 seconds, and it's going to be Winter on the attack. In fact, it's going to be that 3-goal lead yet again. 35 seconds now, and you're in the same position you were about a minute ago, but with less time. It's brutal. Duluth clawing back as best they can, but Des Moines are just sinking their teeth in and are really, they're just gnawing down. They are not letting go, and the pressure is just not adding up. It's tough to watch.
Yeah, Farr trying to ring one on target as well, just to keep this momentum going here for Des Moines, as if they needed it anyway. Hude off the sidewall gets 1, looking for 2, doesn't get the touch. I will say that Duluth kind of turned into what Des Moines was in the beginning of the season with these kind of cute mechie plays, and they can work. But if the other team's expecting them, they don't really work as well. But Shaded trying to kind of put this offensive push on his back. It's his own little backboard read. Hude running some little interference on Blasky there, but we could see some kickoff goals come out of this. With 8 seconds left here, they need 2 goals. We do see some kickoff strats. Hude with the fake, the little, you know, fent kickoff, if you will. Yeah, this will come to a conclusion as that touches Des Moines taking the series.
Yeah, GG's all around. Des Moines taking them in 4. I think that honestly might be my first correct prediction. So I will never predict against you ever again, Des Moines. I'm so sorry I'm down you. But yeah, well played for Des Moines. They did everything correct. You know, they had one really slow game at the start, honestly, but just immediately piece the puzzle together. They immediately figured out what they had to do, what they had to change, and you can kind of see those cogs clicking near the end of game 1. And from then, it was just a cakewalk, it felt like, for them. They just had everything figured out. Really well played to Des Moines here. Duluth, such a high potential roster. I really do believe in this team. I always will believe in Hude. That guy is a dog. Like, he can absolutely be a menace when he wants to be. He just, you know, needs to get in that environment where he's comfortable. I think in time they will. I think honestly in time this will be a roster that you could be scared of. And honestly, I feel like I've said this about every roster tonight. There are no weak rosters in Rising Star anymore. The time where Rising Star was in the time where Rising Star was a walk in the park, it is no longer. There is every single match is going to be brutal, and honestly, Des Moines walking at it today 2-0 is honestly impressive. So, well, hats off to them. I'm looking forward to see how all the standings end up after today and after maybe the next week or so if there's any reschedules. But yeah, Des Moines, look out for them. They're on the hot plate right now. But I mean, Coop, we got one more game for today, don't we?
We do.
I believe we got one last game to round us out. We're just finishing out the last few of these replays. But yeah, I mean, today's been excellent so far. we've been
Yeah, we
treated.
do have one more series to cast. I hope you know, because I don't actually remember who's playing next.
Okay, well, we'll get to the graphics soon enough. Honestly, I can't remember off the top of my head, but we're
Green Bay versus
schedule.
Brainerd
Yeah,
is the matchup.
Green Bay and Brainerd, yes. But yeah, we're just finishing out some of these replays here. I mean, it's just such a stellar series. I mean, once again, I have nothing but praise for both these rosters. I have nothing but praise for so many of these rosters in Rising Star. Like, once again, I am so excited to see as the season progresses. And obviously, like week 1, it's super important for the mental for a lot of these teams. It's super important for like how these teams will carry on these next few weeks and leading up to the major. But honestly, I don't think you can get too down on yourself if you're having close games today. Like, please just believe in your team. You can pick back up. You have lots of time. Just believe. Anyways, I think we're ready to carry on into our break here. Momentarily, we're here on the desk. I don't know if I'm going to be here for the next one. I think you have literally seen the sun go down in the background here for me. I'm right next to my window, but
yeah, I'm pretty sure it's me and Bar, or I don't actually remember. Is it me and you? I don't remember.
I don't know if I'm here. I'm here. I'm just hanging out. If I'm here, I'm here. If Bar's taking over, it's been lovely, everybody, and we'll catch you right after this break. Thank you.
People tell you you can be anything you wanna be. Wanna go to outer space, superhero in the streets. Damn, what a lie. What a time to be alive. How have I survived? Left the battlefield, 1974. Won't you come over? Dying to know where you came from. We're breaking open. Feel like our future's just begun. And all I know is that we lost time. If we stay right here, we could free ourselves inside. We'll stay awake forever. We'll hide away where no one knows. Let's run away together. Just lead me into your world. We'll stay awake forever. We'll hide away where no one knows. Let's run away together on our own. Just lead me into your world. Waiting for no one. We're headed straight up for the sun. They'll never notice. We'll take these cities on our own. And all I know is that we lost time. If we stay right here, we could free ourselves inside. We'll stay awake forever. We'll hide away where no one knows. Let's run away together. Just lead me into your world. We'll stay awake forever. We'll hide away where no one knows. Let's run away together on our own. Just lead me into your world. Into your world. We'll stay awake forever. We'll hide away where no one knows. Let's run away together on our own. Just lead me into your world.
Breathing underwater. Can't let you go now.
Welcome back. Welcome back. If you haven't noticed, it's not Zoms doing the intro anymore. I am met with Far. How are we doing? How are you feeling 2-0 on the night?
I mean, just to keep it quick, because I don't want to talk about myself all that much, but we're feeling good, especially after that second series. I think we're definitely kind of getting all the kinks out, but I know a lot of other teams are also going to be doing the same thing as these early weeks go on, so it's going to be a good season. I'll just say that.
But up next, the final series of tonight, we've got Green Bay versus Brainerd. Green Bay actually played their first series this week on like Monday. I don't remember if they won or lost that one.
Green Bay won in 5. They got pushed all the way to overtime.
Oh, that's right. Scored. Yeah. So they're not coming off of a game like Brainerd is for tonight anyway. So we'll see if that affects them at all. But I'm going to say, I will point out for those watching at home, Juxo, the first man for Green Bay, is not here. I'm going to have to say Brainerd in 3.
Okay. See, here's the thing. I think that we're selling Green Bay a little bit short here. I don't think they're going to get stop that hard, but I think it's going to be I'll say Brainerd in 4. I think Green Bay's going to be able to get a game off of them, but not having Juxo is going to be such a big roadblock for this Green Bay squad. But hey, it gives their fourth man time to, get some time in. get some practice and, see how things can go should, the worst happen. Maybe you get a tornado warning in the middle of a game.
Yeah, that's actually wild.
I don't know who that would happen to, but, whatever. As we move into game number 1.
This Brainerd roster is very mechy, and they're very wild, I guess. My Rising Star team scrimmed them, and I watched, and they're very, it's extremely confusing to play against them because you really have no idea what they're going to do next. It's kind of like the Duluth roster, if I'm being completely honest. But we do have some quality gameplay here in the first 30 seconds. Doodle trying to put one on target. Desi off the corner over to Gerg. Putting it midfield. World there for a read at Hairstad. Whirl trying to bump V-Small. Does not reach it. Hopefully Whitlock's in chat to listen to this. A Gerg trying to put it on target. Is not there. Desi up early for this one. Whirl will wait for the bounce. Z-Small is there for the read. Gerg and Z-Small. Gerg there for the read early. I like the extra aggression here. Doodle, he'll dazzle you. Gets one, looking for two. He's not there. Oh my god, what a save from Gerg.
I mean, we were talking about it before. That this Green Bay team is going to be at a bit of a disadvantage coming into this one. They got away with that one. There's another one on target. Another save from Desi to keep that one away. Scoreline still at 0-0, but as I was saying, we were talking about it before this series started that this Green Bay team is going to be at such a big hindrance not having their first man here. But I mean, with stellar defense like that, it's going to be hard to match for this Brainerd team. Now Green Bay trying to get a goal to start off the series. Gerg pass out mid. There's a shot from Whirl and a goal. Green Bay starting off the scoring in game 1.
Yeah, I mean, this is just a dime from Mr. At Hairstad. Wait, did they match profile photos? No. Oh my.
Oh,
that's
no.
great. Yeah, I was looking at cams, and Doodle's got quite the setup right now. He's Rose cam maxing. But yeah, down 1-0 here in Green Bay's favor. We'll see if they can get something going. That's a nasty fake for Doodle, actually. Almost worked. Gerg popping it backwards. Sway kind of awkward on the backboard. Desi just going to try to take possession here. Met by Doodle. Whirl popping off the sidewall, looking for a bump. Kind of ambitious, the pre-jump bump, stealing boost. B-Small gets one. Able to get two off the sidewall. Desi, can he get here toward the 50? Doodle will beat out, though. Doodle with a pass over. Gerg with the intercept. Gets one, looking for two. No shot will come out here for Green Bay. 2.5 minutes left in this game. Green Bay just trying to hold on, maybe build a tiny bit more of a lead and then just coast. Desi into the corner. Gerg shot on target. No bump coming out. And yeah, the Brainerd defense is looking a little rattled right now.
Just a bit. They've been able to hold it off for a while, but I mean, there's only going to be so much time until something like that happens, and Sway tying up the scoreline just under 2 minutes to go.
You know, it really does seem like anytime you and I cast together that we just become prophetic and that what we're going to say ends up just occurring in the game. Like, someone call Nostradamus and tell him that the new one is here. We get Gerg off the backboard, trying to get this upfield here. Green Bay needs to bring this game back in their lead now. Now Desi gets two off the corner. Whirl with, oh my god, almost a nasty goal from Whirl. Don't let the, okay, I was gonna say do not let that go in off of a post open net miss. Now Desi popping midfield. Sway and Doodle and Gerg up for this. Blue Angels confirmed. Whirl off the backboard. Over to Doodle there for the intercept. Sway moving fast and might have just been a little bit too fast. But now Desi putting one in. Oh my god, but that's actually insane power for that angle.
That
just gonna have a, yeah, like a back. That is true, actually. This has just become like a back and forth wall ball kind of situation here. Whirl gets one. Can't get the one midfield though. Doodle, Sway, Desi. Massive upfield touch here for Brainerd. Off the backboard. No one is home, though. Needs a bit closer of a second man if they want to see that come to fruition later. Now, Doodle. Oh, pops it back to Sway. The defense here from Brainerd is looking a little uncomfortable here. Whirl on his own backboard. 50 with Sway. Z-Small midfield. Desi is there. Doodle's there. Everyone and their mother is here for this ball. And Sway will get credit for the goal here. 2-1.
Just absolute chaos on that Green Bay line. Everybody trying to hit it one way or the other. It's just rolling around, and Sway just gonna get the little tiny baby tap to send that into the back of the net. 33 seconds left on the clock here for Green Bay to potentially tie this one up. Kickoff going very much in favor of Brainerd, potentially just trying to burn time. Sway with the flip reset, Musty, but not able to put that one on target. Doodle's gonna be the one to pick this one up at the midfield line. Desi trying to play coverage, but doesn't have the boost. Gerd with a great save, but got to get that ball off of your half. Whirl picks this one up. It's going up off the wall. It's race the ball, but Z-Small able to get the 50. Final 10 seconds here for Green Bay. They have it on that orange half, but they've got to get something on target. There's nobody there to hit it, and now it's sent back the other way. Maybe a consolation goal here for Brainerd. That one's going high. Doodle sending it over to the corner into no man's land. That will hit the ground, and Brainerd taking game one.
Yeah, I really thought that Green Bay had that secured. I'll be honest. They played super, super well early and mid game, and then they just kind of let it slip from them. I will say they did have a couple open net opportunities that they could have secured, but I won't go too in depth on those. That's just lock in on offense. But really, I don't think either one of these teams are doing anything really terribly. It's just a matter of who's gonna, capitalize on those mistakes. Pretty good plays from both teams, so I don't really know what to expect walking into this next one. I would like to see Green Bay kind of get their footing back together and bring it back for a 1-1, but we'll see how she goes. Also, thank you for the friend request, Z-Small. I'll be sure to accept that.
Wait, I think I got one too. Actually, I did.
Wait, did this block someone? Hang on, let me get out of here. Yeah, I don't ever want to play with you again. Okay. What are your thoughts walking into this, Far?
It's like you said, there's not really anything that one team is outdoing the other in, but I feel like it's just going to come down to that shooting, making sure you're getting those shots on target, making sure you're landing those passes, making sure that you're maintaining that boost. We saw a couple opportunities from both sides where everybody on the defense was completely empty. So you cannot be letting things like that happen, but we will see how both teams decide to go about it in game two.
We've got Desi Gerg at Hairstad going for a double tap. Gets a touch, but it will not be the one that he is looking for. Whirl is off the ceiling, unable to get a touch. Gerg gently using and abusing the back line. Whirl, what is going on in this game? Everyone is just getting bumped in the midfield. Sway a little bit awkward, leaving it for Whirl. Whirl gets one, tries to get two, but just kind of hands it to Z-Small. Anyone on target? Gerg, Aura farming in net. I know he didn't need to get that save. Whirl off the sidewall. 0 boost and a good attitude is all he is running on for this touch. Desi, Z-Small into the midfield. Potential opportunity here for Gerg. Gets one, looking for two. Ooh. Unable to get the touch. And really strangely mechy game too.
I mean, just a minute in, we've had a couple good looks at it. There's only one shot registered on the board on Brainerd. Z-Small getting that errand one on target, but did not find its way in. I will say, in both game one and this game so far, it feels like the tempo is just all over the place. You'll see everybody going Mach 50, and then all of a sudden we're just taking a nice Sunday stroll down the sidewalk. So, I mean, it's kind of hard to get a read on how these players are deciding to go about this, but I mean, it's working out so far. They're able to keep the ball out of net, and we're getting a couple shots on target, but a little bit of confusion there from Green Bay is going to send it back to their end. Whirl taking this one up off the wall, has plenty of boost to work with, going up off the wall, gets that flip, but not able to get much beyond that. 2 defenders on the backboard to keep that one away, as now we see Green Bay just trying to get a lead here in game two. Whirl. Oh, that was an awkward touch. Actually, an opportunity here for Gerg, but a solid 50 from the Brainerd defense is going to keep that one away. Now sitting incredibly awkward, has to leave it for Desi with 0 boost as third man. And now Potential counterattack here coming from Brainerd. Good hit there from Z-Small. No one's back for Green Bay, and Z-Small starting off the scoring for Brainerd.
Yeah, heads up play from Z-Small. I have no idea what, this game is a fever dream. It's so really back and forth. I have no idea who's touching the ball. There's 14 people going for one of them. No one touches it. It's just, there's team bumps. There's midfield, play. Whirl's going to take a shot here. Opposite hit it off the amazing little backboard. Desi, interesting angle. It almost gets past Sway, but it will be right anyway. Whirl off the backboard. Z-Small there for the read. Gerg past one. I'm not gonna lie. I'm happy with what I'm seeing out of Gerg. I've watched a couple of his games just previously, and he seems to have been grinding because the dude's kind of popping off tonight. But
yeah, I mean, he is doing surprisingly well. I know they've been doing a fair amount of scrims during the off season, so seeing everything unfold perfectly for them. A good shot there from Gerg, goes a little bit high. Great defense there, though, to clear that way. I'm not entirely sure who got that shot, because I think every single Brainerd player went through it, but I mean, it got hit away regardless. So I mean, a triple commit is better than no commit. A good flip reset shot there from Sway, but gets sent back downfield. Desi playing up off the backboard as now Brainerd.
Yeah, a minute and a half. Definitely not secured by any means, but Green Bay, if you want to stay in this, you kind of want one yesterday. So see if they can up the ante a bit on offense. I will say it does kind of feel like, in my opinion at least, that their offense kind of dropped a little bit almost. I don't know if they're in just kind of a weird headspace after game one or what, but definitely seems like some kind of a decline in their offensive capabilities.
Yeah, and I mean, I know what you're talking about. There was actually a really good look at it for Gerg, but Z-Small, solid plays, able to keep it away. Doodle with the reset, trying to get it past that first attacker and not quite able to make it happen. Desi gets that touch as we enter the final minute. Gerg, another attack there. I feel like Gerg, anytime there's been a shot in one way or another, Gerg has been involved. He's just been super aggressive this entire game. Actually, a bit of a scare here for Green Bay, but they're able to walk away. Well, I may have spoke too soon. Okay, Gerg's got it. He's got it. We're good. That was. I'm just gonna stop talking because I swear next time I say that, some crazy stuff is gonna happen like that. But Green Bay still sitting down 1-0. They're trying to tie this one up, potentially make it a 1-1 series. Sway gets a send out to corner. It looks like this Brainerd defense is actually looking pretty starved. Z-Small finally picking up that corner boost, going for that reset. That leaves it in no man's land. Doodle able to get the save, but it's not out of the woods yet. Gerg trying to finish it off, and with the heroics there, almost got it out, but it's just a little too powerful. We have a tie game with 15 seconds.
Somebody ping at Hairstat right now. Whitlock, I don't know if you're in the chat, but if you are, ping at Hairstat. Everyone listening, go to the MCS Discord general chat and ping at Hairstat to celebrate his amazing play. 1-1 here. 10 seconds left here.
Oh no.
All right, everybody go into MCS Discord and ping at Sway to celebrate this amazing gameplay. Could you imagine if we did that for a stream?
Oh no. That's how we get so many people banned, dude.
Oh my god.
Oh, no. Well, I mean, okay. There's still time on that clock. Green Bay can try and bring this one back. Actually, that kickoff favors them very heavily. Gerg going for the solo play. Gets it past you, but bumped off. Desi's going to try and send this one in. What a play there. 2 seconds left, and it's tied again.
All right, everybody go to the MCS Discord. Dude,
everybody go to the MCS Discord and ping at Cooper Emery.
Yeah, we are Cooper Emery. Dude, somehow this game got more confusing.
My brain hurts.
Please tell me this is it's Brainerd. Please tell me that this is a kickoff goal. That would be just absolute on par for this whole series so far.
Oh, no.
Aforementioned.
Oh, no.
Okay. Oh, okay. Dude, I thought.
Speaking into fruition right there, that was close.
I know. Yeah, this is too far gone. We're all trying to get one on shot or on target. I can't even talk anymore. Gerg at Hairstat off the backboard. Can't get it. Sway and Whirl. Sway ridiculously dunks him. Hopping past another one. Desi, a little bit awkward. Tries to get it over to Z-Small up early. Doodle and Z-Small kind of have a romantic moment on the sidewall. Whirl gets one, looking for a little pinch. Does not come to fruition. Gerg clearing it upfield. Is anyone there? Z-Small is. Doodle pops it high. See if we can get a shot coming out from Brainerd. That's actually a nasty redirect from who? I don't even know who that was. Whirl, I think.
I'm not. I think it was Desi.
Solid clear into the corner. Gerg alone on the ceiling, but Z-Small is able to get there. This ball has not left the wall or ceiling in quite some time. Doodle over to Z-Small, little back pass. Pops it high. Gerg gets one, looking for two. Sway there for the clear upfield. Sway gets one off target, just wide left. Whirl and Doodle playing a little passive chess kind of game here. Z-Small gets one, looking for two. Is that on? And it's just off. Brainerd is so close to putting them on target, but they're always just wide.
We've seen two really good offensive pushes, one from each team during this overtime, but neither was able to yield a goal. Green Bay just trying to keep themselves in this series. You don't want to go down 2-0, especially after a long game like this. Doodle gets the high pop. Nobody jumping for Green Bay. Whirl finally able to get a hand up, but still sitting very far into their territory. A great save there from Kurt, using the crossbar for the assist, is able to keep it away. Z-Small just keeping that pressure alive for Brainerd Gerg. A very solid touch. That I thought that was in for a second. It was just a little bit wide. It's a little bit wide, but now we see Green Bay pushing back downfield. Doodle, an awkward touch. It's a shot on target. It just bounces off the post. And oh no! Tragic own goal. That's going to send the game over. Green Bay taking it in game 2.
Everybody ping at Hairstat for that amazing display. Yeah, I don't know what that game was. I hope the other ones are like that. But yeah, just a diabolical ending to regulation, and then you just yeah, the scoreboard does not lie. Bro was peaking. Yeah, Gerg and Desi putting in just honestly prime LeBron numbers here for Green Bay to keep them in the series. 1-1 now. See if they can carry the momentum into game 3.
Oh man, I'm tired. This series has drained so much out of me, and I'm not even the one playing. I can only imagine what it's like to be on the pitch for these players.
I bet it's just like just straight confusion. Like, yeah, they bring your own brain event. I don't know. Yeah, they got like 2 brain cells fighting for third. I wouldn't even know what to do in these games, to be honest with you. I might just cry.
just sit in the corner and cry.
Yeah, just like gas station on the corner boost.
I mean, okay, I don't know how this game 3 is going to go. It's tied 1-1. I don't know how you strategize against this. This game has just been complete confusion, and we already see Green Bay trying to get some pressure going, but it's immediately sent back to their half. Desi with some great control there, actually. He's able to get it past one, but Whirl gonna have to play this one off Doodle. A bit of an awkward touch. Sway putting a shot on target, but Desi with the last fumes in the boost tank is able to keep it out. Not out of the woods yet for Green Bay, as now we see Gerg getting one. Z-Small a little bit awkward on the ball. A bit of miscommunication there from Brainerd, as now it's gonna get sent down to the other side. Gerg with...
Yeah, this is looking pretty similar to the last game, just kind of back and forth confusion between both teams. I will say it is a bit more structured, which is nice, especially when, you know, we're trying to tell everybody what's currently going on. Whirl popping off the backboard. Sway gonna calmly await this. Doesn't get the greatest touch, though, making Doodle have to double commit. Whirl snagging that full corner boost, getting 2. A little bit of a double commit, though, leaves Desi last back. Luckily, Z-Small kind of Goomba stomps his teammate here in the eyes of Desi. Gerg, double commit. Oh, what a save from Desi. Keeping his team here 0-0. 3:45. Sway Doodle. Challenged by Desi. Off the sidewall now. Whirl. Looking for anyone midfield. Gerg. Gonna try to collect this on the sidewall. Doesn't get the touch. Now Desi a little bit awkward. Fantastic touch off the sidewall. Over to Whirl. See if they can get something going here with a nice little odd man rush. Small pop up. Gerg gets one, looking for two. Attempts the reset, doesn't actually get it. 3 minutes left here. Still no goals. A very passive game here compared to the last one. Gerg off the ceiling. Oh, he almost got the pinch. It's Desi. What? Desi's jumping for joy. I think Farr just got... Yes, he did. Farr just got caught in the current tornado going through Des Moines.
All right, subbing in.
Hopefully you guys can hear
Coach
Stewie.
is coming into the game. Yeah, Farr's internet may have been struck by lightning, so we're still rocking with it. Gerg off the sidewall. Somebody ping him in general chat because he is locked in right now. 702 points in that last game. I've watched every single game today, and so far, I mean, not surprised by some of the results, but Des Moines looked really, really good in their series. Both of them, really. Obviously, my team won by literally 1 goal, but sometimes, Coop, that is all it takes. That's the difference between winning a series and losing it. Also love the fact that Doodle's playing out of his garage. Absolutely love that. You can see the door behind him. He's ready to just take off as soon as the match is done. He's like,
yeah, he's actually like currently driving.
He's currently driving home. Yeah. Whoa! As Doodle gets the tying goal here for Brainerd to get that one in. Desi just didn't expect Sway to go, and as soon as that happens, ball skips midfield. Desi's teammates can't cover it. As we're tied at 1 apiece in both the games and the score line. 2:09 to go, Coop. We got Hairstad on one side and some guy named Doodle on the other.
Yeah, what a weirdo.
God, though, has this been everything you've expected so far for Rising Star? I feel like this is crazy. This is some insane games, and it's only going to get better as we go on.
Well, I had like a stroke when so for those that aren't aware, I'm the head of the fairness committee now. And when we were doing salaries, my brain was so confused when I saw that. Everyone thank Gur and tell him he's bad. When we were looking at salaries, I was blown away by how, yeah, please, thank you. Oh, dude, I'm gonna rip my hair out.
Did you see? Did you see?
Yeah. Come on, guys.
This is guys. Jeez.
When's it World's turn? This game
sucks. I think the best part of that, Coop, was Weevil's reaction, who's in place of Desi's Cam after that miss. Oh, that was criminal. All right, continue.
We're looking at salaries, and we were like blown. Like Juxo is 1,700, and he's the first pick or the first like rated player in Rising Star, and the first many are like upper 16s, which is insane compared to last season. Like the whole league is just way better this season, and it's gonna make competition way more exciting to watch. So stay tuned for those. But we got Desi trying to hit another open net. Sway is there for the save. World now, a little 50 with Sway into the side. Gerg, World's not gonna be able to catch that. Doodle is anything but comfortable though. See if Green Bay can capitalize on some early push momentum here as they now have to leave the offensive zone. Sway pops it over to Doodle. Doodle has to back out from World's touch. Z-Small popping into the midfield here. Doodle looking for a shot. Sway and Doodle continue to double commit with each other and just kind of throw the offense into disarray. Hopefully they can lock that down sooner rather than later. World getting 2 off the backboard. D-Small trying to find anything here, grabbing at straws to keep it alive, and Green Bay will take that one.
Gonna be blatantly honest here. If we didn't see a win from Green Bay, I think they might have snapped the desk in half. I mean,
probably
on some of the chances that they had that they should have scored on, the controller is at least in 2 pieces. I mean,
yeah,
there were some very, very questionable moments in this game where it could have been a lot more than 2-1. It probably should have been. I mean, Gerg drove the ball off the post. Desi misses this, and then Gerg's there finally to just kind of redeem himself from the earlier screw up, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
You know, honestly, a W for everyone all around right now that's involved with this. The league's doing really well, at least the start of this season. This is one of the better starts we've ever had. As far as, you know, everything else going on, Coop, NFL draft is going on right now.
Yep.
So I assume a lot of people are tuned into that at the same time. Fernando Mendoza, #1 pick to the Las Vegas Raiders. I don't think anybody's surprised by that, to be honest.
No, dude, we could totally just like
we could totally just
cast.
We could just cast the draft. We don't even have to watch this series, but it's a pretty good one. Green Bay win game number 3, look to win game number 4, but maybe Brainerd can turn it around. Weevil the sub in for Doodle mid-series, as they're going to give Weevil a look, and I hope Weevil takes advantage of this opportunity, as he's currently in Desi's cam, and I'm going to have to move that around.
Is he also playing from his garage?
I don't think so. I hope not. Goofy.
Yeah, I'm anxious to see how he plays. I haven't really, I mean, he and I are friends. We both live in Rapid. But I don't really play with him much. So I don't know if he's been grinding or what. We got Desi, though, scoring a nice early one. I know they want that after the utter depravity they had last game in regards to offensive possessions.
Is that what you'd call it? I don't know if that's what I would call it, but
we'll call it that.
I would call it an utter explosion. A seismic activity is what I would call it. Good God. But starting off really, really well here for Green Bay. With the sub, we really counted them out. Not going to lie. I think we all talked about it.
I definitely did.
Before the series start, we're like, okay, Brainerd in 3 because Juxo's not here. You got to give these two credit. You got to give Gerg and Desi their stars. Same with Whirl. I mean, whoa!
Oh,
you gotta give them the credit. They took the test the same way Juxo did.
Oh, MCS
What?
General at Destiny.
Off his butt and into the net.
Oh, man. Straight from the cheeks into the net. That is what Desi likes to see. Oh, no. Okay, I thought they almost immediately coughed it up. We got Whirl over to Desi, trying to keep this offensive push. I don't know where this offense came from, but I am all for it. We got Whirl putting one top bins. Sent back out by Z Small. Weevil getting a little mechy with the carries. Down Desi. Gets one, looking for 2. Gets a little carry. Oh my God, bro.
He kind of just dances behind the ball. It's a great first touch. Sits behind it, uses that big, long Dominus hitbox. And just kind of outlasts the other defender who was there, who doesn't have that big of a hitbox. So, you know, you're going to win those battles when the ball is dropping like that. You're always going to be the person who's last hitting the ball. That's why it's one of my favorite cars of all time. But it's one of those cars where when you are really, really playing well, you are basically impossible to stop. When you are playing really, really bad, you might as well count yourself as the cone on the field, because good God, you're a whole nother. You're basically a whole nother goalpost while your teammates do everything. Dead serious. It's one of those cars where you're absolutely unbelievable and just insane, and that's what we're seeing from Desi here with a hat trick to open up this 4th game. And just realize the scores aren't on the frickin'
Yeah, they are up there.
Yep, they are up there at Gerg. Somebody ping him.
There we go.
But yeah, in this game number 4, Green Bay basically just taking a victory dance to the finish line here if they can close this out. Desi's looking for 4. He's on the counter attack. Does have a touch to the back line. Weevil's going to have that one away. Weevil sticking with this. Gets a flip reset. Doesn't able to stick behind it, but Whirl's able to shut it down. Big pre-jump from Gerg and Desi. Gerg phases through the ball like he's... How you say
how you
like
say,
he's in a movie.
Yeah.
As Desi reads the touch anyways. Waiting for the Gerg cam. He said next week, so I'm gonna hold him to it. But yeah, March. didn't know if I hope everybody heard April 28th, EAC coming for Rocket League. So,
Good luck.
good luck. That's what I'll say.
Hide your
And
ball chase.
pretty much, guys, say goodbye to a majority of this overlay. So, take a screenshot of it while it's still here. But
Like the only thing probably staying is
the only thing that's
my,
staying is probably
my voice.
is your voice. Yeah, that's pretty much it. We're not keeping anything. We're deleting it all. We're just
Yeah.
at the in-game stuff. Swirl makes it 4. Big, huge game from Desi here. I mean, just running rampant on the back line. Has 3 of the 4 goals here. Great game. Whirl cleans it up. Pretty much just putting Brainerd to bed.
I missed all of the fun stuff.
Yeah, you did. You missed all the fun
yeah,
stuff.
Yeah,
You
how
missed,
was the lightning strike?
yeah, how was that?
I'm assuming the relay box for my internet provider got absolutely smoked by a thunderbolt. Probably only about, I want to say, a quarter mile away. I saw it out of my window, and then everybody went quiet. The cars just started driving in circles.
Faded to
and I was
black.
like, well.
I thought you meant
think
for you know what? For a second, I thought you were talking about like actual like outside.
Yeah, I thought you were talking
I
about
was
the
like-
cars outside.
I was
I'm
like,
like,
everyone
they're not
driving
supposed
in
to do
circles.
that. You're going through.
I was
You're,
like,
I disconnected from life.
he's going through
Forgot
some Mad
EMP'd.
Max stuff.
got
Like,
EMP'd.
But
He
no,
did.
I mean, we're back, and
somebody black hatted
good.
Far's internet. All the cars outside started driving in circles. That's not supposed to happen.
Yeah.
Why is cousin Larry driving in
Volcano
a
started
circle?
erupting.
you know what? It's all good. It's the risk you take from being the GM of the derecho.
Yeah.
Derechos just they flock to you.
They flock to you. That's what they do.
But hey, it gives us the derecho buff, so that's all I'm gonna say on that. But
13 seconds
Jesse.
here left in this game. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much done and dusted.
It's job.
Desi 3 for 5 in this game. 4 seconds to go. It's going to drop more than likely here in a second. But yeah, series to Green Bay. We counted them out. We said they don't have a first man. They don't need a first man. They're good playing without Juxo. Yeah, buddy, you can sit on the bench. I know you're in chat. You're not playing anymore this season. It's
Yeah, you
Will's
had a
time
nice
to shine.
run. Correct.
You're turning into the coach, brother. All right?
That is actually wild.
It's not your turn.
You had your time last
chance.
season.
You had your
let
chance.
these guys get a little bit of time in the spotlight, okay? Look, okay.
I want it
I
to
never
be
even
known.
saw that. That shot from Desi was insane.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Holy.
Oh, yeah. And then he kept it going. Yeah, Juxo, bro, your team is better off without you. A better record without you on the field. So,
Yeah.
like-
Far just had to like lose power. Bro, Far died for this.
Far died for this.
I
He
literally
did.
died for this.
Far did die for this. He did.
Far died for this. I got struck by lightning for this.
This whole series was just an absolute.
It's unhinged. It was absolutely unhinged. Desi was 718 points in this game. Gerg had 702 in game 3. So it's kind of just like who ever wants to show off, right?
I mean,
Yeah. It was a series. I'm definitely surprised, but I will definitely be watching this team in the future to see what they can do. Unfortunately, Jungle got kind of wiped tonight. Unrelated.
you know what? They're still
They didn't look
challenging
very
from
good
here.
in their series. Whew.
They're still challenging from here. So
Coop, you might
we
have
got
just
more
saw
Rocket
it.
League this week.
No.
Coop,
no.
you might be playing, brother.
Just playing cast at
I'm
the
not
same
playing.
time.
Put
If
coach
Stewie
in.
can 3-crown people on Clash Royale
Bro,
while he's producing,
you can do
then
anything
you can
if
do
I
that.
can do
I was
that.
out here casting while the 3-crown.
Dude, lock in, all right? I had my League 2 rank up game because lock in, all right? Dude, that game 2 was actually nuts. The game goes
was
from
wild.
1-0 to
Genuinely.
1-1 and then 2-1 and then in literally 5 seconds it goes to what a read though. Holy crap. Goes to 2-0.
Desi definitely peaked this.
Oh
this
yeah.
series.
Oh,
That's
great
clear.
series. Absolutely great series
So
from Desi.
do not sell that man short. He will do something.
Oh yeah,
insane.
Dominus
He
player.
will mistake.
All the respect.
You
for
don't
using
mess
that
with those
card.
dominant.
Don't mess with those
things
dominance
are
players. Like
insane.
when I was telling Coop, they're either like the best players on the field or they're a literal traffic cone, and you might as well put them as the 4th post.
I do want to quickly point out Apparently, Winter said that if Farr missed the series, that it would have been the second time in a week that he had a player miss a series to a tornado warning, which is insane.
He said it right before, and I thought, dude, you totally just jinxed it. I'm gonna have to bunker down all the way down to my garage now, aren't I?
Bro has nightmares about sirens.
He does. All right.
After I came back up here, the
wrap it
siren
up.
started going off after I scored a goal. So,
Oh, that's so weird that my camera's
just
the only
goal
one on
horns
the
at that
overlay
point.
right
Yeah,
now.
crazy
I
how
don't
that
know.
works.
all right, I'm done talking.
All right.
Good.
That's all I
All right,
got,
thank you.
guys. I'm muting up. Happy stream.
Yeah.
Enjoy this
we'll
last
be
kind of
back.
week before Epic decides to take the engine out of the car while we're driving it.
Like an hour before game.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, pretty much.
So we'll be back tomorrow night. I will be here casting. So feel free to tune in if you like some perchance casts. I know you hated them.
Who said that?
I don't know. I just like to assume the worst.
I just like to be the disagreeable one.
That's why I said
We're going to agree to
Brainerd
disagree.
at 3.
All right.
Anyway, thank you all for watching, and we will see you tomorrow.
You lift me up. Now I'm wiser to think that we are bulletproof. Teens with thicker skin, now we just bruise. We were hopeless and we're hopeless now, but I remember we threw our fists in the air singing. I remember when we were kids, never scared, yeah. And the sky went dark, we used our hearts to guide us. You showed me you care, and I remember, yeah, I remember. I remember. We had a push and a pull. Over time we got unstuck together. You see the world when it's full. In the light you could see we were never bulletproof. Teens with dreams of love without a clue. We were hopeless and we're hopeless now, but I remember we threw our fists in the air singing. I remember when we were kids, never scared, yeah. And the sky went dark, we used our hearts to guide us. You showed me you care, and I remember, yeah, I remember. I remember. We threw our fists in the air, singing. I remember when we were kids, never scared, yeah. And the sky went dark, we used our hearts to guide us. You showed me you care, and I remember, yeah, I remember. Running around like dollars in the wind, bending over backwards just to let you in. I told you that one day ain't never enough. You tell me I hate you, I still call you up. If we don't got trust, we